I'm right here, but I'm watching it off the phone behind the scenes. Okay.
Okay, brother. Routine, regular routine, everything to the supreme. Excuse me. Um, respect everybody in the building as usual, you know. Oh, just said she's trying to connect. I think maybe she should just she could hear us. She said she's hearing us. So I suggest you go back and come back on because we got a little time. I gotta let the folks know what's happening around the place as usual before we come on. You know the show that's coming on in a minute. Let me give you a little previews of some of the things that we're doing like in the near future. Well, you know, we always do we always gonna be doing the lupus thing, so you can have a look and see what's happening with that. We're gonna be running that through the screen like every now and then, you know. We had a race last week and the race went well for Canoe Believes It and the next kind of team I want to talk about. As we go along, we want to say respect to Miss Elder and the Jude organization for helping out in so many ways as much as she could with everything. Yeah, so we want to say thank you for that. Um, the Sea Smoke 5.0 with G Mike is coming on directly after the AG hour. Yeah, we'll be talking. I think he'll be talking to Mr. Leonard Mota, straight from Mota, Florida. You understand? Um, every week, every Saturday, Sea Smoke the AG hour. That's coming on next 3:30 Eastern Belize time 1:30. With some interesting guests and renowned guests, and you know, that's also going to be nice. And we're doing a musical explosion directly after G Mike. After G Mike, that's what's going to go on. So before any further ado, I want to turn the controls over to turn the controls over. I want to turn the controls over to Miss Arlette. Take it away, Miss Arlette. You can hear me. We are
Yes, I
still
can
waiting
hear
for
you.
Joel. Well,
Yes,
go.
yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome to the AG Hour. Uh, it's Lupus Awareness Month. We had the Lupus Association on with us last week, and this week we're speaking to Miss Druel Jones. Druel is a nurse, and you know we are celebrating Nurses Week this week. And Druel is also the reigning Queen of the Bay. So we're gonna speak to her about the two hats that she's wearing. We also want to say shout out to the teachers because it was also Teachers Week. So we have to reach out to our teachers and say thank you for all they do in educating the young children of Belize. We need to continue to say thank you to the teachers. We need to say thank you to the nurses. There are a lot of things being celebrated in the month of May. We celebrated autism also in the month of May. So we had autism, lupus. It's Teachers Week and Nurses Week. We want to say thank you to all those teachers and all those nurses. And we will be speaking to Joel, who will give us her perspective on being a nurse in Belize. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very exciting.
At present, we are waiting for her to log back on. We have a little technical difficulties, but she know
Right.
the ins and outs. She be here in a little while, so give her a second. Let me just bring the people up on what's going on with the lupus, so they gonna have an idea of
Well,
the things that
today,
you guys is doing. Yeah.
yes, today there's a big sale going on as we speak at the Brody's
Hmm.
Northern store on the Philip
Hmm.
Colson Highway. They're having a big sale.
Hmm.
These fundraisers will help us to help those persons who have lupus, to help in the areas of helping them with the medication, because lupus is such an expensive disease to treat as it relates to medication and all of that. So all these fundraisers are to help those persons with medication. So today the bake sale is happening, and next week Friday is Pop Day. Put on purple. We're asking, let's flood the world in purple. Put on something purple and support the Lupus Association. Buy a t-shirt, buy a stadium cup. We have other little novelty items that they're selling, key rings and refrigerator magnets. So contact the Lupus and RA Association on Facebook and support them. Or if you want to make a donation, donate to the Lupus and RA Association of Belize Heritage Bank account 9131195. We're hoping that we can get the support of the community so that we can continue to help the Belizean people who are suffering from lupus. On May 28th is the annual lupus walk. It's back after 2 years because of the pandemic. The walk was not possible, so now it's back after 2 years, and they're doing the walk this year on May 28th. So we're just asking everybody to please go ahead and support the Lupus and RA Association of Belize in its endeavor to make things a little bit easier for the Lupis in Belize. We need to try to help them to at least to be able to get the critical care and medication that they need. So all of these fundraisers and the support that we get from the community is greatly appreciated. We keep saying that there's a lot of thank yous that we have to continue to say to our partners who have been very, very instrumental in supporting us over the years. We have the Belize Electricity Limited, the Belize Water Services Limited, Full Tech Company. We have Axery Global, Voice International. We have all these companies, Robel Law Firm. We need to continue to say thank you to all these people who continue to help us. The Belize Elementary School and the Belize High School, they did a pop day last week, and they gave us quite a nice donation. And so we need to say thank you to the children too, because they're the ones who made the donation. We have to say thank you to Print Inc., who partnered with us to print the t-shirts that we have for sale. And we also have to say thank you to Best Fit Pharmacy in Orange Walk. They donated the stadium cups that we are able to sell to continue to raise some funds. So we're just continuing to say thank you to all these people, and as we continue to fight to help those persons who are suffering from lupus. There is no cure, so it's a lifelong disease that those persons have to live with, constant medication every day. So we need support to continue to get everyone the critical care that they need. We're trying to get Druel to come on, our guest to come on, Miss Jones, who will be our guest for this week. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties with her mic, but I'm sure we'll have it worked out, because we have a very, very, very exciting conversation to have with her today on the two hats that she wears. She's a nurse in Belize, and she's the reigning Queen of the Bay. And we want to know, what's going on with her, and we want to speak to her from those perspectives. So I am sure that we will get that sorted out shortly, and we will be back to
okay. She's trying, as she says, she's trying to get back on. So I'm gonna send her the link again so she can come on. In the meantime, we're gonna be playing a little bit of music of things that's coming up with the text.
Right, and we will be back shortly.
And we'll be back with you in a little minute. Okay?
Yes.
mouth is steam. Some of your lyrics that I forget, rearrange. You know what I mean? You wanna get it out. I got that pepper when you sing. Why you have to do some shit like that? You get opportunity with that responsibility to do you reality. Really know, give me to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, man, no stick. Make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Give me to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, man, no stick. Make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Violence prevention. With a mention, why you have to spit with so much bad intention? So I'm on say it, social DP. What's the C? Far close to the G. You know, say retire at the negativity, plus you stay the company. Even though you have the law, they fall like green. Still want drive in another man lane. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. When you easy squeeze, make no riot. So the big noise easy. See why alongside Wavy and my boy, why really no, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Really no, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Music, I don't know, you don't. I'm a toy, some boy, me telling the scene, I must realize what's close don't cheese. Romance me like the words out of my mouth is steam. Some of your lyrics that I forget, rearrange. You know what I mean? You wanna get it out. I got that pepper when you sing. Why you have to do some shit like that? You get opportunity with that responsibility to do you reality. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Violence prevention. With a mention, why you have to spit with so much bad intention? So I'm on say it, social DB. What's the Z? Far close to the G. You know, say retire at the negativity, plus you stay the company. Even though you have the law, they fall like green. Still want drive in another man lane. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah. Really know, give me, to make the lyrics for my leg. No fire, pan, no stick, make it fall like a wing. Gonna jump up in the air. So why anywhere? Make my lyrics like yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're still suffering from technical difficulties. Miss Orlet is on standby. I mean, Miss Joel is on standby. Miss Orlet is right here. We
Yes.
gonna talk about what's happening coming up. We got 1,000 jumps crying for peace in the park. Hopefully, I'll be out there dropping something. What else we got? We got we got a clothing line. We're about to launch in a minute. Kingdom Apparel. That's gonna be nice too. And we in the moment, me and why is he saying it's still not connected? What's wrong with this lady thing, man? And not at a time like this, brother. She said I could see her, but something is not connected on her phone, Arlette.
No, she's on her computer.
Well, I mean something not connected on her computer because it's not coming in. I'm seeing it, but I can't bring her in. They say they will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream.
Right. That's what I told her.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying that. She gonna get it though. Patience is the key to virtue. And see when she come on, sometimes You know what I mean? Life getting out of the way, but no one's gonna do. She gonna be here,
It's
trust me.
technology.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we got perseverance. So we gonna be here. We're not gonna go
Yes.
anywhere.
Yes.
That's what I
yes.
like about for we show, cause for we show we could just chill. We don't have to worry at all. Ain't nobody can lock we off or none of anything. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody can say, boy, you only got 2 minutes, or Mr. Arlett, you have to go because this. No. No. That's why we do what we do. Make sure that we go if we show it come up. Oh, the musical explosion at night. That just Sister Jules is coming on that hour right there. You dig?
Right.
See Smoke the age. Well, you know the AG thing is every Saturday. Let him know.
Every Saturday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 Belize time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to speak about any and everything. We're going to have our guests every week to bring you a new perspective of all that's happening in the different areas in Belize, different special interest groups. We're hoping to get the conversation running and with all these groups and how we can work towards making things in their different endeavors, how we can get them to work, how we can get the support for all of them, speak about the initiatives that they have going on, and just how to help our Belizean people as best we can in those different areas. We're hoping that we can get our guest to come on shortly. Technical difficulties. This is what happens with technology. Totally beyond our control, but it's going to be a good and exciting show when she comes on.
Yeah, she'll be here. We waiting for her
Yes.
as we speak. Waiting for her as we speak. Another thing that we're gonna be doing is let me see if I find it. Oh, so you think you got jokes? We're gonna be starting to tell some comedy from try to do it in relation to how Mr. McKeezy and how our ancestors used to do it in Seferino and everybody.
Yes.
Feel like revive that thing. And Miss Lauren, big respect to Miss Lauren. I believe she's a comedian. So because laughter good for the soul sometimes. So you need to laugh sometimes by yourself, and and to make fun and just enjoy and try to come up with some funny situation or some real life situation. I think that those make the best jokes ever. You understand what I say?
Right.
So we're gonna be sorting that next Thursday, as a matter of fact, at 8 p.m. So you could check in and you go hear some things. Hopefully go get Steve to come on. I know Michael Reedy will come on in our two cheating. You know what I say? So
and you're right. That's a good thing. I see why I want us to continue to say thank you and continue to shed some light and attention on our teachers and our nurses. We're celebrating Teachers Week and Nurses Week.
Yes, I agree.
We have to continue to say thank you to
I
them.
agree, yeah.
For all the work that they do.
Education is essential,
The teachers in educating our young people and the
influential,
nurses.
Appreciate
The nurses in helping to take care of the health needs of our nation.
So we have to continue to say thank you. Yeah.
We have to continue to say thank you to them. And
I agree 100%.
We need to keep mentioning. I know that they have to set aside specific times for these different groups. But for teachers and nurses, it's a continuous appreciation that we have to continue to show to them throughout the year.
Yeah.
Because they provide a key and essential service.
Yeah, you have to stand behind them. They go through their thing every now and then. You see them struggle and stuff, but without them, I don't know where to happen, girl.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that, we those of us who have had family members who are teachers, we can appreciate it very much. My mother was a teacher in the teaching and education system for 50 plus years. So, we see the struggles firsthand, and we know what our teachers have to go through to be able to provide the necessary education, the necessary schemes they need to do. They need to have all kinds of materials. A lot of them go purchase these things out of their own pockets,
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to continue to make sure that we say thank you.
Joelle
is here, but we can't see her.
Could we hear her?
Yes, I think so.
Who said that?
That's Joel.
Joel said that was all right, Joel. Let's do the same thing. But see, we making progress. We making progress.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
worry.
making progress. We
Yeah.
can't see you.
First it could have, yeah, first it.
There she
See, I
is.
told you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
I told you
There
guys.
she is.
I told you guys. I told you keep trying, man. Don't worry, man.
There she
Anyway,
is,
man.
girl.
So now I'ma just chill out and let you guys have fun, okay? Hi,
Okay.
Drew. It's nice seeing you, Drew. We talk later.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No
Thank
worries,
you,
no
Joel,
worries,
and
no.
welcome to the AGR. Thank you for taking the time out to speak to us today. So I know you're a nurse and you're the reigning queen of the Bay. Let's speak a little bit about your nursing career and why you chose that career and the path that took you to that. What led up, what your journey leading up to becoming a nurse?
Okay. Get that question a lot, but like every time I answer, it's a different answer, and I think me going into nursing is a calling, so I'm just responding to that calling. You know, ever since from I was young, I've always been that person to lend a helping hand. Always interested in medical stuff and things like that. Um, I don't have any nurse in my family. I was the first one to actually venture into a nursing career, and I have a aunt in the States who is in the same field now, but she went into it after I pursued a nursing career. But if I could remember, like my first interest or motivation to do nursing was when my paternal grandmother, got sick, and I could remember when she was ill. I was about 5, 6, and could just watch her not feeling well, and I can't do anything about it, you know. So I think that was where my passion grew for nursing. So yeah.
Yeah, that well, you got the passion for it because you saw a family member suffering, and
Right.
you decided that you want to do this. So speak to us a little bit about being a nurse in Belize. Where are you stationed, and speak to us about some of the ups and downs, challenges, and the pros of it. Speak to us a little bit about that.
Okay, so currently I'm employed at the Carhushina Memorial Hospital, and I'm on study leave. So I'm a practical nurse, a licensed practical nurse, and I'm continuing to do my RN to get my bachelor's in nursing. So I'm now in my third year, and I have one more year or so to complete to be a registered nurse. But I think working in Belize or within the HMH itself, there's a lot of challenges that the nurses face when it comes to nurse to patient ratio. Like the shortage, there's always a shortage of nurses. So you have an influx of patients in the hospital and not enough human resources. So the nurses that are there, you have to pull your weight and double up. So it gets to a point where, I mean, it could be addition to your skill to know when you don't have certain equipments and stuff like that. You have to figure out a way. You can't just say, what, I can't do this, or we can't help you, or stuff like that. We have to improvise, and that's on the spot. So your critical thinking and stuff like that has to be sharp. So that's another challenge, is equipment, shortage of nurse. Um, but what's rewarding about it, that you get to form good friendships and relationships within the hospital, to working with your colleagues and stuff like that. And you can't let your personal issues or personal feelings get in the way with your teamwork and stuff like that. So it challenges you to be patient, to be open minded, and to be strong enough to put aside your problems, to put the problems or the care of the patient first.
I think also, it's commendable, and I know we're celebrating Nurses Week. We have to continue to say thank you to the nurses who go above and beyond to take care of the patients. And like you mentioned, the nurse to patient ratio isn't always in your favor, and so I know we have to commend you guys and say thank you. But during the pandemic, were you involved in that area? And can you give us a little bit of insight on what that was like?
Okay, so during the pandemic at the beginning, like I said before, I am on study leave. So with the contract that I am on, I have to, during holidays and stuff like that, I'm not allowed to go in. But like when the pandemic came about, that was classed under a disaster. So in a situation like that, whoever is out have to report to the hospital. So I had to do a tough transition from being a nurse within the hospital, going to be a student again, and then going back at just a short notice. And so the nurses that were there were going through training just to refresh their memory to properly apply a PPE and take it off, and like different training they were doing throughout approaching the pandemic. So when I went in there, I wasn't a part of those training because I was out on study leave. So yeah, I went in for the minute school closed, and then I had to report right back and just kind of like got right into it to go.
Right.
It was
Well,
nerve-
I am sure it was probably nerve-wracking for
It
you
was.
to make that kind of transition. But again, we have to say thank you because you answered the call, and I know that that's probably one of the tenets that you guys have to work under as nurses. You know, you have to answer the call when you're called. But what was your personal experience working at the hospital at the height of the pandemic?
Well, during that time, like because it was such a quick transition, you know, I didn't really had time to process everything until afterwards. So but
Okay.
while I was there, I just trying to keep my head steady and like, you know, doing what I know I'm supposed to do to ensure that I entrance of the door, spray my shoes, spray my bag, so I don't take much stuff to work, so that when I reach home, I don't have a lot of stuff to sanitize. So that was something new that I had to add to put in, you know, that next line of precaution.
Right. Well, again, it takes. I'm sure it takes a lot of mental preparation. You know, um, and you guys must be commended for that. You know, really and truly, we have to commend you for that. We really and truly, and I wanted to also ask, how was it this week? You know, because I know you guys were celebrating Nurses Week. You know, so I wanted to ask how that was.
You know, this week they had activities. On Wednesday they did a cookout for the different wards. So different wards within the hospital, each ward had a team, and they did a cookout, and we had a sports day. Yesterday was the National Nurses Conference. I didn't get a chance to attend, but that was an activity that they did yesterday.
So okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for that too, Joel. But I'm sorry, we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
And we will be right back to continue this conversation with you. Okay?
Okay.
We'll take a quick break.
Hey, Julie, it's so informative. Live from the perspective that we need sometimes. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right back. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere, okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Upcoming, Mr. Bottanil will be in the building along with Mr. G Mike. How you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, sir. We got another 15, 20 minutes, and then you'll be talking to your bedroom, Mr. G Mike. You know, these ladies is doing a great job, man. I love them so much. You know, I love their participation. Yeah, man, they cool, man. It's a lot to learn, you know. So everything good down now, ain't it?
Can't complain.
You can't complain, man. You can't complain. You could stay right there while I run a little commercial, I run a little, you know what I mean?
We
Let the
good.
people know where to go on as they go along the day.
We good.
All right, we good. Yeah, for real. That's
I
what's up.
watch football at the same time.
You watch football at the same time. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Well, you know, that's your thing anyway. You know that's your thing.
You don't know.
Yeah, man. You know that's your thing. You used to buy goal or what? What you used to do?
The defense.
Defense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right, my boy. Make a road 2 or 2 or anything and stay right there, my boy. Watch your game and watch the thing. Big up to all my people out there, the viewers, TV. We'll be back in a few with Miss Orlet, the AG Owl, followed up closely by Mr. Leonard, the Mad Butter. Huh? Pressure. Yeah.
That is kind of we use when we battle. Tiger tackle. Muscle kung fu hard your main cell. Tiger tackle. We make drunken monster drink snapple. And if you hear snap up on the crackle, alright, skitty, tiger tackle. We don't come to the dance in seat trouble. We come.
Hello?
Hello, and we are back.
You're back and you're back. Excuse me
We
one
are
second.
back. Yes, we are back. Welcome back.
That's Mr. Neil. That's Mr.
Yes,
Neil.
sir.
He's just saying hi. He will be back on the show with Mr. G Mike in a minute.
Okay.
So just say hi to him.
Hi, Mr. Neil.
He's digging the show right now from out of Florida.
We're looking
Yes,
forward.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
We're looking forward to your segment. We're gonna make sure that we tune into your segment to hear all that's happening in Florida.
It will be a pleasure.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Butter. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes. So,
All right.
Joel, we had to pay some bills, so we're back. We're back. We wanted to continue this conversation, and to continue this conversation, Joel, let's talk a little bit now about you being the reigning Queen of the Bay. Can we talk about what motivated you to do that? You know, we all grew up in Belize, hearing about Queen of the Bay. I have quite a few friends who are Queen of the Bays. I've had people asking, would you do it in my younger days? And I was like, oh no, I don't have that kind of confidence. So speak to us a little bit about that and what motivated you.
Yes. So at first, everybody loves September time, and so we all have our favorite event during September. So my favorite one is Queen of the Bay, and forever will be Queen of the Bay. So I could remember as a little girl, I used to go with my mom and my grandmother to watch. So it's like just these traditions and things that we used to do that I jump right into and develop my liking and my appreciation for this event specifically. So each year I just be a standby and watching from behind the scenes or stuff like that, and admiring the girls, of course. So year after year, I guess each year my confidence developed more until eventually I said, you know what, I'll try. And before I went up last year, I think it was when the first year they did the pageant virtually. I actually applied that year, but because I had to go back into work, so I couldn't continue on at that. So the following year I went up and I said, you know what, the timing was right. So I went through with it and here I am.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you that I followed you from the Belize District pageant right through to the national pageant. I was a big fan then. I still am one now. I like the fact that you were showing that you can have a professional life and still do do these kinds of events. So, you know, I like that. So I was a fan from the onset. Tell us a little bit about the preparation.
Well, going into the pageant, because of my mom, I'm always somebody that plans. So I don't approach something if I don't have a plan to go through with it. So I like to get things done on my own. So I took on a lot of the preparations and stuff like that. But thinking about it, like I had to reach out to my family members and like my friends, and you know that part was somewhat easy because I always had people that encouraged me to do it. I just wasn't the one that pick up the encouragement to actually pursue it. So the minute that I had that support group behind me, it was easier to go forward to going to the gym to prepare physically, because of course there's a physical aspect to the preparation,
Right.
and that mental part was mostly like the family support and friends just encouraging me and stuff like that to continue on.
Right. So after winning the pageant, what was your roles and responsibilities that you had to undertake? It would be good to know
Well,
what that is, you know, whatever the roles and responsibilities were.
around that time, the pandemic, I was focusing more on like campaign for vaccination. So around that time, we were still at the height of the pandemic and encouraging people to get their vaccine and stuff like that. So the first thing that I did, I went to the youth hostel, and they were preparing to give the kids vaccine. And of course, it's having facts and information before they pursue something like that is important. So that was a interesting visit and conversation that I had with the kids, and some of them were actually informative. You know, they had some stuff that misconceptions that we had to address. Two of my colleagues went along with me as well, but it was interesting to be there and just see what their fears were and replace them with facts. And that was the theme of the campaign: facts over fear.
Right.
And did a advisory for UNICEF, and again, it was to promote vaccination. And Colorblind Productions did a health month, so I did a advisor for that as well, to promote vaccination and encourage people to just follow the guidelines, and so we can be safe.
Right. I like that you were able to combine the two, being a nurse in your role as Queen of the Bay. I think that is excellent that you were able to combine the two. Also, I know that it's almost that time again for Queen of the Bay.
Yes.
I think there is a call out. Talk to us a little bit about that and what the process is for that, and what the requirements are to become a delegate for the pageant.
Okay, so it's this month right here. The casting is open for Belize District, and the deadline will be to the 31st. So it'll be ending of this month.
Okay.
So the age range is from 18 to 24. So like once if you're within that age range, you can apply. The requirements, like that's basically it. Besides from the female can't be married, they can't have a child, ever had a child before. So that's just like the minimal requirements. Other than that, if anybody interested, or even if you have like a slight interest, we encourage you to apply, because I got encouragement from my family and everything was aligned for me to apply. But you don't necessarily have to be out there, you could be shy. You never know, you find your groove, getting along or getting there, and you have other support from the girls and stuff like that. So encourage anybody who's interested. I'll be open and welcome to meet you all. So the casting is open this month. The deadline is in a month. Just try. You have the email address. That's the Queen of the Bay Belize at gmail.com that you send in the application to. Also, they can go to the Facebook page or the Instagram page for more information, or can contact me directly through Facebook or through Messenger and stuff like that, and I'll assist you from there.
Okay. Yeah. And I know that we always hear when growing up in Belize and they're talking about Queen of the Bay, they always emphasize that Queen of the Bay is not a beauty pageant. So, we keep hearing that it's not a beauty pageant. It's not a beauty pageant. And
Right.
we keep hearing it's more about patriotism and that kind of thing. So in the actual preparation with the committee, how is that? What goes on there?
Well, the committee tries to be there every step of the way. The minute we have the girls, then we'll start having meetings and stuff like that, and the practice sessions. So that's where everything that you need to do or need to know, you'll know that at that point, and of course get the necessary guidance. So you don't have to know how to do the curtsy from the beginning. You know that starts during the training and the practice sessions.
And I was just going to mention that. I was going to talk to you about the curtsy, because going to these pageants as an audience member, and they're doing the contestants are doing the curtsy. We're on the edge of our seats. We're biting our nails and hoping that there's no shaking, there's no trembling. What is that like for you who actually have to be doing it?
At the beginning, I couldn't go down at all. So to see the transition from that point to actually make it down and come back up. But it's definitely mental your mind. If you tell yourself you can do it, then you'll get to that point. It's necessary to exercise. You'll need to exercise to strengthen your legs and have comfortable shoes. But it's practice that makes perfect. I couldn't do it at all. So I was surprised to see that transition.
Right. And you did it well, I can tell you. Like I said, we've been following you from the Belize district pageant. So you did it really, really well. Talk to us about the competitiveness between the delegates. Talk to us about that and what that's like, because I know you guys are usually together for about a week, and you're all competing for the same thing. Everybody wants to win. So talk to us about that part of it.
Okay, at the beginning, everybody meeting, I was excited to meet everybody. And I was also surprised that, we all formed a friendship and communicated well and tried to help out each other and stuff like that. Going into it, I thought that you'll have that strong competitiveness and everybody head to head, or nobody would want to be as friendly with each other and stuff like that. But it wasn't like that at all. Everybody was friendly, even though we were competing for the same title. Everybody was friendly and helped out each other. Even going on to nationals, that was the same energy that I greeted there. Everybody was friendly. We helped out each other and just stayed focused in our own way and still being open and friendly and sociable and stuff like that. So
were you able to transition any of that?
Pardon?
Were you able to transition any of those friendships after the pageant?
Right now, yes, I'm very close to Ajani Abraham. She was the representative for Port Loyola, the Belize district pageant, and we're still very good friends. When we had the tea party, she was also there to help set up and stuff like that.
Right. So it does help you to build lifelong friendships. That's part of one of the upsides of it. No, it helps you to build lifelong friendships.
Indeed.
I know. Again, growing up in Belize and on all these pageants, I have quite a few friends, a very, very close friend, and her sister, who were both Queen of the Bay. And to this day, they're still very much involved in the process. The Jenkins sisters, they're still very much involved in the process of the Queen of the Bay. They facilitate a lot of prizes. They help with training and that kind of thing. So do you see yourself continuing along that way?
I thought about it and say, what next after I pass up my crown. I don't know if I could pull a next pageant out of me, even though I'm being encouraged to pursue another pageant. But I definitely see myself contributing and continue on how I can after I pass over the title, and of course getting other people to support. um, Something that was very rewarding and warming to me as well was to during my reign going into the competition, um, getting people who weren't as involved or as interested in pageantry, and because of my journey I gave them that chance to see what it's about and to share my experience with them as well, and hopefully I can encourage them to still support how they can
Right.
after I passed on my title.
Right. And you touched on something else that I wanted to speak about too, because we have had a few people who have won Queen of the Bay and have gone on and participated in the Miss Belize pageant and won that pageant. So you did touch on that. That's a question I wanted to ask you, but you kind of answered it already for me. I was going to ask you, is that something that you would consider doing that? Because we have quite a few people who've done it as Queen of the Bay and Miss Belize.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would pursue anything else because I have my timeline and my plan of as to what I want to do and what I want to accomplish. So I haven't figured out how I would fit another pageant into what I have planned next. I'm just focusing on getting my bachelor's degree and becoming a registered nurse, and then I have to get back to work. So
Right.
if
Right.
yeah.
Well, we are glad that you took, you decided to do it now. And we're glad that you chose Queen of the Bay. That's one of our mainstays in Belize when it comes to the biggest time of celebration
Right.
in Belize. So we're glad that you chose that as your first option. You never know what will happen down the road, no? So we're glad that you chose Queen of the Bay as your first option. So now a lot of the restrictions have been lifted. A lot of so I guess there can be a wider or a larger audience.
Right. So now everything for the 2 years that we were virtual, some of the activities weren't the same. So now that the regulations have lifted, we will resume. We want to have everything that we had pre-pandemic. The week of activities where all the girls stay at the same location, the same hotel for the week. Then you do the courtesy visit to see the prime minister, the commissioner of police, and different stuff like that. So and also having the live audience as well. So
Yes.
that was something
Yes.
that I didn't get to experience. I was
Right.
still nervous and everything, but having the live audience there, looking forward to that. So I'm excited to be able to experience it still, but from the other side.
Yeah, from the other side, right? You're going to be experiencing it from the other side.
Yeah.
But even though you guys didn't have the live audience, from what we saw, it would have been, you guys still put everything on the line. Everybody put their best foot forward. It was a very, very competitive pageant. All the girls were so well rehearsed and well versed, and they were so beautiful. So now that you are now the reigning Queen of the Bay, you will be giving up your title sometime soon. What advice do you have to the new set of people that are coming in?
Sorry, can you please repeat? I didn't get that last part.
Right. I was asking, now that you're about to give up your title, and there will be a new set of contestants coming in. What advice do you have to give to them? And what advice would you give to the winner, who will be the next Queen of the Bay?
Okay. Well, I encourage them to just come in with an open mind and an open heart. Definitely doing this pageant is an experience, and you have to remember you'll be a part of history. Certain things will change, and you have to be prepared for that change, and you're holding a noble title, so you have to remember to carry yourself as a queen even with or without the crown. I remember Queen Myras, the queen that passed on the title to me, and she told me that remember that whatever your reign will be, what you want it to be. So if you have any plans or any activities or things that you want to do, then it's good to table that and let the committee know so that they can assist you in what it is that you want to get done. But she told me, and that's the same advice that I will carry on, that whatever you want to do or you make it to be, that's what it will be. So
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yes, so and also with the, even though it's we try not to give it that title of a beauty pageant, but it's an opportunity for a young girl to venture out into her career, because you have the the scholarship that is offered, and it's
Right.
very rewarding. So it's also
Right.
something to consider if you decide to go for the pageant, that you get a chance to get a scholarship so you can better off yourself in some form,
Right.
and
Right.
give an opportunity to give that service back to your community.
Right. That's key. That's key, that the prize of the scholarship, because it's education is everything, that we always believe that education is the key to some level of success, no? So that is good, that's one of the prize. So Joel, you're in the company of great people: Rita Lewis, Vanessa Jenkins, Diana Jenkins,
All the past.
all these past queens that
Yes, and
paved
I
the
want to take
way.
this time as well to thank all of them. Yeah,
Yes,
to
that
still put in their part and being a
yes, yes,
key input and in carrying on the legacy and the tradition of Queen of the Bay.
right,
They have a
right.
lot of queen people involved.
Yes, yes, and I like the fact that the committee has worked really hard to keep those persons involved and as a part of the whole process. So that is commendable for the committee. I want to thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us about your two hats that you're wearing, the nurse
Right.
and the Queen of the Bay. So we really appreciate you coming on and speaking to us and giving us an insight on both your lives. It's really appreciated. And again, thank you and congratulations. Thank you for the work you do as a nurse. You guys are working on taking care of the health of our nation. We know sometimes we say it for both teachers and nurses, they're very thankless jobs, but you guys do it anyway. So we are grateful for that. And for you to show that I have a serious career, but I can do this too, and I am the reigning Queen of the Bay. So we're really appreciative of you taking the time to come out and speak to us. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay.
having me.
Yes,
Enjoy
we're
the
grateful.
conversation.
Thank you. We totally enjoyed it. So we want to continue. I want to wrap up by saying another thank you to our teachers and to our nurses. We want to continue to show our appreciation for all you do for the nation of Belize. We cannot say thank you enough for the effort and the time that you put in. We want to ask you to continue to support the Lupus and ARIA Association of Belize. This is Lupus Awareness Month. There's a bake sale still going on at the Brody's Northern Store. If you want to donate to the Lupus and ARIA Association, please donate to the Heritage Bank account. It's under the Lupus and ARIA Association of Belize at 913-1195. That's the account number, 913-1195. Please continue to support the association so that they can continue to help the members of the association who are afflicted with lupus and need the assistance. Lupus is a very expensive disease to treat, and so we try to help our members with different medication assistance or for those persons who have to travel abroad. We try to help as best as we can, and we were not able to do this without sponsors. And so we have to continue to say thank you to Axuri Global, Voice International, Full Text Systems, the Belize Electricity Limited, the Belize Water Services Limited, to the students of Belize Elementary and Belize Elementary School and Belize High School. We have to say thank you to those students who took the initiative to have a Put On Purple Day last Friday, and they donated their donation. They collected and donated to us. So we have to say thank you to them. Thank you to Print Inc. for partnering with us and making it possible for us to be able to sell our t-shirts. And thank you to Best Fit, who donated the stadium cups. And thank you to everybody else who have been supporting us over the years. We have to say thank you to Robel Law Firm, because they have been very instrumental in helping us also to be able to assist our fellow Loopies with medication assistance. So I want to say thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to the AG Hour, and continue to tune in to the rest of the Sea Smoke Variety Show. We have a whole lot more coming up. G Mike is on next, and I am sure that you guys are going to totally enjoy that. So thank you again so much for tuning in. Again, thank you to our teachers, to our nurses, and please continue to support the Lupus and RA Association of Belize. Thank you.
Yeah, we build it. Well, Mr. Leonard, he killed it. That interview was off the rack. That interview was cool. We're smoking down there. What G Mike is in the building. It's not a game. We go reach out directly with us. In fact, you know what? Right away, because you know, like nothing about the players. They move fire right away. No hesitation or anything. Anyway, Smokey Dean at the building, same way to what's nothing. Yes, we live and direct. Mr. G Mike, what do you want to say? Routine, regular routine, everything to the supreme. Smoking down, what do you want to say?
5 minutes away from the house.
5 minutes, you're good anyway. 5 minutes to 5 minutes. We got Mr. G Mike under control. Mr. Leonard, everything all right on your side there?
Everything under control, my brother.
Yeah, man, everything under control, my brother. Anyway,
all right.
Make I get some information up on the screen concerning my general, and then I will let you know go so no go deal with the thing. Well, in the meantime, I mean, Mr. G Mike, thing good, Mr. G Mike?
Everything is everything.
Flowers bang, Mr. G Mike. I love your t-shirt, Mr. G Mike.
No, boy, I'm not gonna flowers
bang.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to set up this camera in better.
Yeah, just take time, man. Live and direct, man. Just take time.
You know, I see the whole Sea Smoke, but we're good.
Yeah, we are see where they say. You see what we are saying.
I see Arlette just come off. Tough act to follow. But we'll see what we could do.
Yeah, Julie said.
I hear you.
So we're not on.
We're live.
We're live now. Well,
yeah, look for bounce out tight. I'll let you know alone make you deal with it.
All right, respect every time.
Respect, Mr. Leonard.
All right, G Mike here once again for another hour or so. Live from Southside Belize City, smoking hot. The temperature is, but it got to be about 100 or more. We have the pleasure this afternoon to speak with this gentleman who has been around and all kinds of places. Mr. Leonard Neal Sr., how are you, sir? Good afternoon.
I'm fine, thank you, G. Michael. How are you this evening?
I think it's considered.
An honor to be in appearance with you.
Well, I take that as a big compliment. But all praise is due unto God, no? Every time.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So you're a believer yourself, I understand. You're a man of the cloth.
Elementary, yes, sir.
All
I'm
right,
a
sir.
child.
What denomination, what faith do you follow?
No, I'm a child of God. I follow Jesus Christ. I teach and preach and practice Jesus Christ.
So, but
And that take up a lot of denomination.
well,
Because
that's right,
everybody
because
take their part.
but not everybody subscribe to that, of course. Not everybody believe. Do you believe that Jesus Christ is God?
I know that Jesus Christ is God.
But
I
based on
know
what?
that the Holy Ghost is God. And I know that God, I am, is I am.
But based on what evidence do you make that
And
assumption?
based on as we right here, you in Belize and I'm here speaking to you.
All right, but that's an evidence of God. But as far
That's
as
an evidence of his work.
but not
And like you said,
but the Jesus thing, then you don't think that at least separate issue with the deal with there, because
no,
he spoke of
because no, stick up in there. Because of the wickedness of man. When Jesus had was to come, because somebody have to pay.
Right. So let me ask you a
And
question.
he pay for their sins and my sins and your sins.
Let's get into this though. Let's just understand one thing. Two of us gonna go by one respectful rule. You could talk until you make your point. You can't talk till you convince me. I will neither try to talk till I convince you, but I'll speak till I make my point. You have a house and there's a gentleman renting this house and there's damage done to the house. So the man's son come and the tenant's son come. Whose son is supposed to pay for the damage that's done to that house?
Whose son for pay for the damage of that house?
Right. That was
you
done
see,
by.
Now, I want you to understand one thing.
No, but see,
you can't mix spiritual thing with cardinal thing. A house is a house.
But we're talking on the same thing.
Man is a man. A man's soul.
Isn't your house the temple of God?
From a house, which in the man himself, you could look on him and say, well, he live in this body like you, your body, and my body, which is a house.
Make we talk about Leonard Neal a bit first. Leonard Neal, you're from Belize, I take it.
From Mullen River, Belize.
Wonderful. Wonderful era there, indeed. How long you're there States?
Well, I was fortunate with the blessing of the Lord to came out here, I think around 1969.
Wow. Okay.
Early 70.
Interesting. I made my first trip in 1968, between 60. Actually, the New Year's Eve, between 68 and 69, I was flying from Miami to Baltimore. Didn't know what the big deal was about because we didn't celebrate New Year as much in my youth in Belize.
Yeah,
we mostly Christmas, yeah. But now it's changed, and we do more celebration of New Year's.
I agree.
Which and again, that another situation. New Year's, I think, should be May 1st, when the spring comes and the new beginning comes around. However, they go by the winter solstice, which is also as your from the birthday of your Jesus, no? And I want to frighten you because Jesus, I believe that Jesus came, I believe he did come. I believe he preached all the things he was preaching. He was inspired by God, but then we murder, we kill him in the most vicious ways. And instead
that was his job.
No,
that's where he come from.
That it cap out, man. That because we don't want.
No,
we are narcissistic. We don't want to admit that we did a wrong, and we did a wrong. Pontius Pilate says, "I find no man." What Pontius Pilate say? What Pontius Pilate say? I find no fault in this man.
Listen to me.
When would respect. And it wasn't God that said kill him, that the people were saying kill him.
Listen to me.
Yes,
G
sir.
Mike, with due respect, listen
Yes,
to
sir.
me.
Yes, sir. I don't listen.
If for you, brother, right now go kill somebody, then can't hold you and kill you for what your brother do. I know that I want around that time, so do you. So that is not my thing. It is to move on, and that is just to prove how evil man is. See, that's all that it is.
But what
Because
is set up?
See what's happening in this country now. If you not agree with the administration, you are anti everything where they're going to stockpile on you.
Yeah.
So that there, never ever, Jesus came to die that me and you could live.
When you say this country,
and
the time
because of his death, see, make me and you could have everlasting life. But you not only have to not say me
I
and
hear
you,
I hear the claim
the
that
word is whosoever. If you not believing in him, you not got a life.
Hold on. How come everybody will believe in still the dead? You say he came that you have everlasting life.
Passing through. This body is just passing through.
All right.
This body is not forever.
All right. But then you don't know nothing about the other body. The he that's within thee.
I live it. That's why you say every day, I live it. You could ask all my friend. I'm not telling them over and over like I tell you now. He said, whosoever believeth in me. If you believe in me, you and seek my status. You and seek my practice. You and seek my behavior. If you not believe in me, you will destroy me.
So where you get all that? Where you get all that from? All that doctrine where you preach and you believe in? Where you get it from?
Because I obedient.
Well, you get it simply by being obedient.
I obedient. They say wait, and the Holy Ghost will teach you all things because man can't teach you.
But who said this? Where you get all of this from? Are you speaking
my
about?
Father.
He talked to you directly. He talked to you directly.
Elementary.
Okay. Well, it must seem you're the dodge wrong the question because you say your father tell you that, correct? Your heavenly father, I take it.
Yeah.
Tell you. You hear I tell you that. Or did you read it in the book that you preach from?
G. Michael, listen to me. If you hear people talk about pray, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. You hear people talk about pray. See? And so then who then you pray to?
Well, you know what?
Sure?
But can I say something?
No, reason with yourself.
I know, but can I say something?
Some kind of
but can I say something? See, again, though.
Like my God,
but you did go on.
Pray.
You did go on. You did go on. You did go on. You don't want to discuss. You don't want to discuss, man. You did go on. What? This what we talk about, Rachel. We try.
What we talk about?
We talk about religion and what your faith and my faith.
No, religion dead.
So, by your faith, then we talk about faith, correct?
Who I am.
All right. So anyway, but listen to me. I all due respect, I have no problem with it. But you have the Holy Quran, you have the Holy Bible, you have the Bhagavad Gita, but you have the Hinduism book. You got a whole lot of different books which are all supposedly written by the word of God and handed down to man.
No. You
How do you say
book, man tradition versus the word of God?
But again, now another book you to pull up.
Now you pull up about 12. At least I could start with 12.
12, okay, 12. But you talk about these are books that are written. These are books that are written. You tell me
when
that
I graduate, and I know if my boy could pick up this book, this are the gift where I get. For read all the book, then they feel, they know in their heart that I read them. And all of them, man tradition versus the word of God. See, many people talk, but they only talk off of what they hear. Then you have some people that
make I talk, man. You and talk and you know, you afraid to listen to the other side of the story.
Which
and there's
side?
another side of the story.
There's more than one side.
All right. So
Come
there
to
are
my
other
side.
sides. Yes, your side is not the only side of the
And your
story.
side.
Right? So
And the other man's side.
you have a book there that you said explains everything to you. Right? It's not the Bible.
Part.
Part.
That lead me.
All right. To the other one there. How many other books you have to read before you get to the whole truth?
My man, you don't have enough books that anybody could read, forget the full knowledge.
I see. I never said knowledge. I said truth.
Truth and knowledge.
Boy, I don't know. You got truth, you got understanding, knowledge that the empirical stuff. You get that from where they say, but the truth is whether it is or it isn't. That's not the truth. That's not the
You
whole
also
truth.
have behavior.
Behavior is another thing. You got a
the
lot of
thief.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, the
but
thief
these
say,
are all
"What
different things.
happened?"
Now I don't want
We
this.
could go on and on with those, you know. But
I know-
like
I don't
tell
want-
you, hear
I
me
know,
out,
but see, but you want to talk, man. Make two of we talk, man. You cannot speak until you convince me. You can speak until you make your point. The point you're making.
You want to be convinced.
No, I don't. You can't convince me of that. I do the same thing you do.
So I not think when we go in there.
I probably read the same books you read.
Yes, I agree.
Whether we come away with the same understanding is different.
Elementary.
So I see it. I believe in God. Let me put this straight out. I believe in God. I do not believe you can take a spirit of God, something infinite. You cannot put that in a little package that looks like us, which means then that it's not God create man, a man create God in his image, which is the image of a man. And a white
you
man,
got it upside down.
a white man that had you in slavery for 400 years.
White
Do you
man?
know that? Yes. That
How
whole,
you reach with white man? Do
Close
you
your
know
eyes.
that
Close
do you
your
know
eyes.
I exist before the first white man in this world.
Close your
do
eyes.
you know that?
Close your eyes. Close
See?
your eyes and picture Jesus
No,
in your
No,
mind.
you close your eyes for
Right. I will. And all right, I will do. I will do it. I will do it. I close my eyes and I
what
picture.
you were saying just now.
But why you run from it for? Why? That was
Run
a simple
from
thing.
what?
From me telling you, picture in your mind Jesus right now and how he looked to you. How he
I
looked
need
to you.
to picture Jesus in my mind and live in my heart.
I see.
You
And how
ask me now for take her out now and then look on her picture and then put her in a no, I live there in my heart.
All right, brother Leonard Neal. Let's go back to your history because you come from Mullins River. Did you spend any time in Belize City at all?
Me? Oh yes, man. I am Belize Lenny.
Okay, Belize. You say it again. Belize Rene.
Belize Lenny.
Oh, Belize Lenny. All right,
Yes.
good. All right, so you grew up at Belize City then.
I grew up in the city.
All right, south side or north side?
South and north.
Okay. What do you think about the division between the north and the south?
I always find that I am like one downplay because forever since south side was the richer side and in heritage than north side. So
South side was
most
okay.
of our family is from south side than from north side.
Well,
so that's the way how I see that. The whole behind from St. John's there and Albert Street West, go to the canal side was owned by my family, Neil. I'm a Neil.
okay.
Chapman Foot by the bridge there was owned by my family. I'm a Neil. So south side I not see these. That's what I tell people. The
so
way how
Captain,
people look on things, even in Belize. I not see it so. We kind of never grow up so.
So how you see it?
How I see that
Yes.
where Belize falter, politics destroy it, and the youth suffer for it.
All right. 2:45 right now. I don't know if Smokey down in a position, but we take a leave break. But if you're not in a position, then we go on. Because we got a lot of things to talk about, me and you.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I take off time for and talk to you today. It's a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you,
G.
sir.
Michael, you know.
Thank you, sir. I mean, no offense.
Yeah, we're there.
All right, we'll come back. Take on 1 minute. Take on a minute. Take a little sip of water. Okay, get hot. Go there.
Smoke.
I am G. Michael Reed, and it's time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show.
Well, the hot topic. No, we don't need to run it.
Yeah, run somebody.
Welcome. I am G. Michael Reed, and it's time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show.
You stopped and you locked into the one and only Sea Smoke. And wherever you see smoke, there is fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and lava. Keep it up full and bright. This is CY and Smoky Dan at the control. Don't touch and don't move.
Yo, this is the boy Bling Bling Man, straight out of New York. I'm here to invite each and every Belizean massive to tune into the Sea Smoke Variety Show, one of the biggest shows coming up right about now. Starting New York time, 1:30 New York time, 3:30 Belize time. Tune in and get enough knowledge about our local artists from the street jewel. Massive respect. Tune in to CY Show. That's on his Facebook and YouTube page. See it.
I don't need no problem. I got a family, got a friend, I got a family, and I need them, no need no other problem. Like I said, it's a boy D Breezy the Young Ball, and I just want to encourage everybody to link up on my bro page called Sea Smoke. Every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. My bro will be live on Facebook and YouTube at Sea Smoke. Big up yourself, bro. On a link up.
Welcome. I am G. Michael Reed, and it's time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show. Time for the G. Mike Show.
Yeah, we're back. Yellow. All right. I think we're back.
Yes,
yeah.
Well,
Brother Neil, we're back.
Yes,
I know and I'm much into the big hype up thing, but it sound good. Smoky Dan put and Lisa link together, and I like the rhythm behind it. And boy, they do a good thing. And I like this forum where we could discuss things and whatnot.
Great.
Without reservations, without any malice, without any bad feeling. No agenda either, because the agenda is out. No agenda.
It is for edification.
Exactly. When I talk to it, I will try again a better understanding, not from a point of dogma, and not like I know it, but I'm searching. And I believe that we all should enjoy the search and not fight so hard to get to that destination.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I born in Mullen River 1945.
Okay.
December the 11th.
Okay.
I married for 53 years, 1969. But I had personally between me and God because I was in the church. My mother brought me up in the church. Okay. My grandfather was the pastor in Mullen River. I am one of pastor's grandchildren. See? And so God is always in my heart.
Your wife still around?
Yes, I see directly. My daughter, my baby, 34th birthday outside. While I'm in here, in my studio.
Then they celebrate.
Big party going on.
Wonderful.
Outside.
How many children you have?
My children, the doctor, the other one, because each one of my children, they are graduates.
How many children do you have?
Me and my wife have 7 children, and I have 2 out of wedlock.
Okay.
Everybody college graduate, university graduate.
So you did well by your children, obviously. Congrats.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't do it by myself. That's why I could tell people about
that's a given. That's a given. All
My
praises
mother
are due unto
had-
God.
My mother had 19 of us.
Mm-hmm.
To be where I am today, it wasn't because of human. It was a power higher than human.
What you think about now that people are only having 1 or 2 children as opposed to then 19 where they had before, and then 9 where you got? My parents, my father had 10 and my mother had 13. How you see it?
Very simple, disobedient. That's why the world is where it is today. Let's us go back. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1.
No.
God said, hold it. Let's let me explain.
No, I hold it. I think you missed. But I think you missed the point, man. You go off on something there. The question I asked is how you see people now only having 1 or 2 children as opposed to the 19 or 15 or what they had before. Will that have an effect on the world as it is, as it stands?
No.
You think it's a good idea that they have less children?
No, it's for all they're trying to cut down and bring down. They only could take down themselves. Who is the sustainer of the human race?
Well,
man?
We get through. We know all of that, man. We know all of that.
Then we can't put it aside.
No, with this, you can't. The one thing where, see, the people say that the world is getting overpopulated, and that every now and again some man come up with, I believe maybe this virus was a part of that, to try call the herd, if you will. But if we only have 1 or 2 as opposed to the 15, 16 we used to have, then eventually we're gonna have very few children, very less population on the earth.
And I even could amplify, and that's where they say, because if you notice now, they don't want to have none.
Right, that
because
too.
Same sex cannot produce a child. That's why I was going, sorry, and this is where people always got with me, because I go from the head, as the Bible tell me, the snake, you have to deal with the head off the top. You can't go around the body and this and that till you reach to the head. So now, instead of having 2, when it reach to that level, well, they don't want to have none. And give all right. What's right now we're happening here with the abortion? The men, they come and they try to pass one law where say even up to birth. I want what they was to go with that. So I understand where you're coming from, my brother.
All right.
See?
No.
Like for we parents,
see, you know, we got a conversation, Papa, because you repeat the same thing. We start from a premise that God over all. God is supreme, that God is responsible for everything. We don't have to inject that in every conversation we have. I want to tie you down on the homosexual issue. How do you feel about homosexuality?
It is written.
Well, how you feel, man? How you feel?
With me?
You.
I am against it. That's why I'm married so long. If I may feel homosexual, I'm indeed one man. My wife,
not necessarily. There are many people who
ask me a question and they give one.
But you give me a different answer. You said you tell me, hold on. You tell me that if you may approve of homosexuality, you may be a man with a man.
Yeah.
But that's not true, because there are many people out there who approve of it.
But that's them. You ask me about me. You never ask me about them.
All right.
With me, you ask me how I feel.
How
about it?
How about the abortion issue? How do you feel about abortion?
Well, with that, again, they go overboard, because you have so many contraceptives, even up to pierce the man in after, right? You don't have to kill for get your point. They agree, woman get raped and get pregnant, and a lot of things happen. So to the situation, but not for make it be where then they push for. And it's where then because then they teach it in a school. Then they teach sex in a school with the children. It's a business, you know. That's why they shut down the clinic them. Because what they do, then they teach sex in a school. Then when the child get the child get pregnant, then they go about the child and got the counselor right in a school there. School of my children then been going because they graduate out of this school, right? And they got them right in there for carrying and talk to them for give one abortion.
Sex happens
in that in the name of the Lord, said
you can't go on, man, and then you bring in a lot again, man. Make we deal with this.
Like that word.
No, I don't. I love it. I love it.
Once you talk with me, you will hear the Lord.
Yes, man. But then, that don't mean we can't. That don't mean we can't.
Because they can't do nothing for me.
You see.
I'm sorry.
You go on, man. You remind me of that old Belize band we couldn't stop when they play and tune. They can play, but they can't stop. And play good. Singers. No, see, so make we stick with the issue, man, and try to get to a point. The abortion now and sex happens. Make no mistake, that's a natural thing between man and woman. And kids are having sex. How old do you think a child should be before we can say, go ahead and have sex if you want?
Why I can't be a hypocrite? I got 7-girl child. Let me see why I tell them. Yeah, once you go there, you see now, once you go there and got sex, because they might tell me this one gets start a guy period. That means he could get pregnant. You see, my wife is a retired nurse, you know, midwife.
She delivers
work in Belize and work over here. Okay. So she take care of the department there. But feedback come to me. And then I say, once you go there now, you could get pregnant. This is what happen. But what I want from you is to get your education, put that sex out. When you're finished, and I'm proud of all of them. I got a couple of them right out there now. I could tell you that to themselves.
All right, but see, you're very subjective because you always bring it back to that narrow you.
That's the road I travel. I know wide and crazy.
All right. When do you think children, at what age do you think children should begin having sex? What do you think would be a reasonable age?
I never do it, but when they're married.
All right. Because, listen, when we think about it, your grandmother had 19 children. How many children? 19, you say?
My mother had
19. But what age was she when she had the first one?
You know what? I never even gone in at that, you know.
Because, you know, a lot of them old people were having children at 14 and 15, you know.
Yeah, always.
So they're not like we to go back way, you know, this thing actually.
The Mayan then was 9.
9, see? So
my wife traveled throughout Belize, the country of Belize in Midrife, and in a them village and this and that. When Belize first opened that department.
Yeah. But see how you get me right off of the point? You get me right off of the point.
No, just to edify the fatten the point to make
I hear you.
The big thing.
Well, how you see the next generation? You think we in a good hands with the ones that are coming up?
They need help.
Okay. In what regard? In what way you think? What are they?
All right.
What areas mostly?
All right. I'll put it there. I will put you at ground zero.
Okay.
You see what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
They help them children, girls and boys. They get them off the street. They help them get one education. That's what Belize need. They need more of you.
Why? I again, praise is due unto God. No, I feel like I'm serving a purpose, providing service, and service is where it's at, and I have to be grateful to Him who I serve.
Amen.
So I think yes, we need more places, and I would like to see this happen in more neighborhoods where people just get up and open only area for the only safe space for the children to come. But many of the children today, and let's go to education. Is education doing what it's supposed to do? And you've been through the educational system yourself.
No, the education, I believe, from the time they start to kick out children at an age and not a knowledge, they fail. And that's what happened, I believe,
What do you mean?
Many years ago.
But I understand what I mean. They keep they what they do then? Then show them out because of
they
age.
concert, I think it was what, 13?
Oh, you mean
a couple of years ago?
When they get too old and put them out,
Right, they put out at the school.
Instead of when they say repeat us, when you were small and repeat we.
Right, then now when we miss small answer, you want to repeat if you not make that class.
Yeah. But
and that's history in Belize, and that's one of the downfalls.
But you also have
again, and just for the continuation, the same sport there. You do it in a one small way where you need like the business community where for come in and help and assist. And what I tell you and what I tell international, everybody were hearing this. I gone home and do it in a 1 year. I gone home 1990 and take over Excelsior High School in a sports. Marshall was a sports director. I take over the football team and come undefeated. Because the kids then was in Yarbana one go to Excelsior High School because that school had where they are the regulatoriness. So Johnson man, I don't know where for though. It was the same year they brought in CXC in Belize from the GCE. The teacher didn't fully understand because the teacher they couldn't teach them fully, equip them with the world.
So you believe that we should incorporate sports in an educational system?
Yes, that they have to start.
And you think you should keep them in school until they learn?
Tell them go handle themselves.
But then what happened to the ones where they come up behind? When they ain't got space for them? You only got too much space.
If you set it right, because just like what was saying there, to continue for that same question. When the CXC come up, only 4 of the 4th farmer the Excelsior pass. All the rest of the students fail. John tell the teacher, no, and they accept that. How I could carry that to the people? So I was staying with Mr. Arnold, the house and the daughter and me. I show on the work. And she passed, so the teacher asked him, but how you come in first? So he said, you for check with Belize, Lenny. That's the brains, man. And she come to me, and I smile. I say, yeah, I'll help you because it's a simple thing. Just we move from the monarchy system, the English way, and you went right out and answer the question, to the American way, where you get 4 questions and you just got the correct one. And it just confused the kids then because there's too much question to the one answer.
Yeah, but I mean, if you how 4 of them pass, you say.
Yeah.
How 4 pass and the rest couldn't pass. What they do, what the next one the number they do, because the same questions they get.
Because
the same problem.
Human and all human cannot comprehend equally. That's why you have one person in any subject
but you can't structure
pass first.
You can't structure education.
Yeah,
but how much break you want? You take too long for explain the question. When you go,
and then when you rush through thing, you hear the bullshit.
But when you go an hour, we got a few topics we want to cover, man. So just
right,
try.
Carry on.
Yeah, no, just keep your hands up, and if you got something for it, yeah, man. No, but seriously, because you got the education system there. The teachers then are in the education. Are the teachers doing as well as they should be doing? That's a question that I want to answer, because the students now are not seeming to show the interest that they should. Is any of that fault on the teacher?
Within the last 2 years, yes.
Okay.
One part, let's say, within the last 2 years, let's put it 40-60. The virus take up one part and suck up the education time.
Right. Well, the online thing number the work.
The teachers, they didn't gone out all out with them if you go, because one, they don't have the equipment, if you notice, and Meshata, what them for do. So for the last 2 years, you can't really do balance on anything.
Should they give all the children laptops?
Well, over here, then one have, and they do well. I dey sit down and I dey try figure one thing with my phone. I dey play a game and the thing. So Levi says, "Sir, you can save your battery by do this, that." He take my phone and bing, 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 and later on, I say, "Pop up battery saving." I said the Bible right. They're weaker but wiser. So,
well, the kids then definitely go on knock for that.
Yes.
But give them one book and tell them read.
No. But you give them that, they will read it.
Well, they I don't know if they read it.
So
Because
then now, if you then at the administration level now for push these kids through to the next level, then what you have to do? Push their book for you, learn to read it, or give them the work with the tools they could handle.
Well, I think with the focus on the wrong area altogether, I think we have to start to make these children critical thinkers. They know to think critically. They not then get to the answer quickly, but they don't really know how to get. When I give an answer at school, my teacher said, "Well, how you get to that point?" Then when you only give the answer, and if you're right, then correct it. If you're not wrong, then wrong. If you're not right, then wrong it. But how you get to that point? I mean, comprehensive thinking.
For them page, not got the margin where you work out the subject.
There you go. They just so and that was interesting situation, no?
Really interesting.
Yeah.
But you see, with that now, that's why it is us that the elders have to teach the young one. But now, if you pay attention, you mostly hear when they talk that the young people for teach the old one, and the young people literally can't teach the old one moral.
Actually, nothing. They can't teach you nothing. I think what has happened though is that the old people have lost patience and the young people have lost respect. So they're not really to look up to the elders like we used to. We had to. We had no choice. Maybe the pendulum has swung too far. Because I believe that for we days, them parents be cruel. They be too rough. But then we make it gone so to the point where they don't get entitled. You can't touch them. You can't talk hard to them. They call police for you. How you feel about that?
You hear what you said there? 1,000,000% true. Personal experience. I got one daughter. I know when I bring up my how are you bring me up as strict and this and that and that.
Get everything you want.
Okay, no problem. Later on when it start a tighten panna, Daddy, I said, don't come to me.
No.
Don't come to me. You may for close the door a long time, but you now ain't close the door. So what you want to know? I said, no, you have to fix that up.
Exercise tough love.
But then behind the scene, I pull over my boy and tighten and make it know. So I got about 18 grandchildren and I'm proud of them.
Wonderful. Tell me, Sonny, where you the government the other day passed a thing and the pardon. You used to be a policeman, didn't you?
Yeah, I explained it.
And back then, you may know Kendall Trap?
Kendall Trap, the one who get burned up?
Yes.
I never know him personally. But I was in the time and...
You're aware of him, yeah.
Yeah, aware of the...
What do you think about the pardon that was issued to Nora Parham? Did you agree or did you not agree?
That did nothing to Nora Parham.
True.
See?
But what did it do to society?
See? And it not do nothing to society.
Well, I disagree.
That just one ego in society today to try to turn over everything.
Well, let me tell you how I see it, if I may. Because when you say not do nothing to society, I don't fully agree. Because what happened is that they're giving, but the example in the set now is that if somebody do you something, you have a right to do them back. Because apparently now the lady is saying, or she was saying then that she was abused. However, abused to the point where it set gasoline, sure, by the man, light the man and lock in a shit house and make it burn to death. I don't know if that you could justify that, and they're trying to justify it. And in fact, there are more than one women who have gotten away with this murder based upon just the evidence that I may get abused. I can understand if the man they abused the woman, and right then the woman pick up something and throw it and stab her. But for you premeditatedly set a trap, I think that's pardon the pun, now, because the boy did need a trap. So I don't see it. I don't see the sense of it. I don't see what the good was of it. And I believe you're right, that political mileage and it seek for.
Yeah. You said it right there, G. Michael. Premeditated act.
Yeah.
Bang, you knock me, I shot you.
Thing done. Self-defense.
Bang, you knock me, I take something, I whop you.
Self-defense.
Wait till when you take off your pants. Relax yourself. Then you lock the door. You the think.
Yes. Yes.
You
this
the think.
And this,
and
I think,
you the act and you're thinking. That's why that law is there.
Right.
So now
right.
for them now for try to change the law, but this time this is what's happening. Every law, everything that is against the criminal, then they look for throw, because that is the fight right now. This is a war that is going on. People now want to accept it, but this is a war, as they say, in high places.
But what is interesting is that it seems like there's a consensus.
What's up, man?
Greetings, sir.
Yeah.
Many...
right here, I have Brother Pilgrim walk into the studio.
All right, Mr. Pilgrim, how are you, sir? Yeah, when you double bank me now. Yeah, double bank me now. All right.
No. Respect. No.
I just
listen.
I'm kidding actually. But yeah, I said where I found funny that the entire society seems to have gone along with this move. They say, oh, everybody in cabinet, in the House of Representatives were misty-eyed. Everybody cry and they really feel like this woman was done wrong. And I disagree. I think the decision was handed down. It was a correct decision. You cannot premeditately kill nobody for no reason. So,
elementary.
You know, but that's the point. All right, we got some brothers over on the other side too. Greetings, where they going? Who we got you?
What's up, British?
Yeah, fix that man up good.
What? Done?
Yes, I am. Right, Joe, listening.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so but anyway, brother Neil, we got 15 minutes to go. I don't know, Smokey Dan, when I take no break right now, right? We're going through.
G Michael, they didn't believe that we do one world thing.
Go to G Mike. Go to G Mike.
All right, respect. Yeah, man.
Go to G Mike.
So, brother Neil.
Yes, sir.
Let's look at the issue of the diaspora and the gap, the chasm, if you will, between Belizeans at home and Belizeans abroad. How are we going to bridge this gap? How we could come out of this ahead?
The Belizeans at home got to wake up and change and fix up themselves.
How about
but first of all, we have to stop the play this politics. PUP, UDP. Because if I feel like you're the UDP, don't play. If I feel like you're the PUP. What we need, we have to come together to build.
But you shift again, man. Because that PUP, UDP thing, that was a different thing, and that played out in America too. Because remember, a lot of the people in the diaspora now went after 91. Some went after Haiti, but a lot went after 81, believing that Belize would not have made it through independence. However, 40 years later, we're still making it. Of course, some of them left. Some of them, not all of them, some left.
The majority of Belize when we live, Belize 1984 was after the election when NIP, UDP.
You remember Compton Fair with that?
Yeah.
Ran a station, a phone service out of
Matthias de Galvez.
All right, and Rotten Road, and campaigned for the UDP vociferously all the while. And they were funding the UDP, and in fact, they might have been the ones that were able to get them over the hump and in government. So we're not to talk about that. We're to talk about one gap that exists, and you say the ones at home have to get themselves together. But the ones in the diaspora, don't you think you know got an obligation also to not only unify yourselves as a solid group, but also to stop the superiority complex of thinking because Ghana, America, got this kind of something over way, more enlightened. Which listen, when you move and you go different places, you learn new things. But I don't think it should be that way where, because big respect to Belizeans who stayed home, and held on the fort. And I see this as a man who was in the diaspora. I did 20 years non-stop without even come back home. But so I see it from two sides, because I see myself as a part of the diaspora and as a part of the who I'm growing, if you will, the local ones now. But I think there's a gap that has to be bridged. We have to come together. So how we went to that? How we went to that?
And I tell you, I'll be serious. I go home more than one time for our own business for the benefit of Belize. You see, 2004, when I got into Social Security, they didn't even know how to collect tax from an independent contractor. I take all the documents and educate them and set it up. DGL nursing register, D for my wife, G for Gretel, L, then Louise Leonard, me, right? And push throughout the country, whole meeting, get educate nurses, how money run. And throw that aside. Right now, I could refrain Belize. You see the taxi business right there? My driver, the car. If the taxi drivers then, I believe, get behind a company where they could make money, they do a lot better than that. You can park at this stand and you can park at this stand with gas. I could save them.
But then try that.
50% and then gas.
And try that.
Listen to me.
Then try that. They even had their own gas station. You remember that where Mirab put that bill in?
Me know that the cooperative that me started and me push it,
All right. But then you need for wonder now if your plan worked, because apparently it didn't. We are not doing well.
You see,
none of the issues have been solved.
When you go and you do things when you go and for set up things and so, then take it over and turn it for their way, and they can't do. That's why I say.
Well, you did.
Politics get in there and broke it up.
Well, you show me stronger than that. You show me stronger than that. You never fight. What you do? You give up. You gone.
Not fool yourself, so. You can fight that government, I believe.
Why, with God, you just talk about God. Make we talk about God now. Bring God in when you're supposed to bring him in. Let's talk about God now.
I like how you're bound my father when you get licked.
Yeah, no, I tell you. You just to tell me that all things are possible with God. Let's bring God in now then.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to do it, you will do it. And with the help of God, you will.
Right. But I am doing all right.
I know, but then you with the talk again, man. Not get subjective with the talk about Belize. Let's be objective.
I tell you about Belize.
All right, you think that we're doing all right as far as your plan to work?
My plan? I not got no plan in Belize.
What for the future? You got any plan for the future and be any part of it? Your plan?
I always got a future plan. But when you're going, then I accept you, my brother.
But then I have to. Now you never. No road is easy, man.
You know how much money I spend in Belize
without.
I did tell when my money done, then I have to borrow money from
You
people.
never bring enough.
You want a list of people
You're not bringing enough. You
for
can't
help me
come.
when I did it for try to get on program go through because
They
they
say-
believe in the program.
But
Come on,
you
G-Michael.
can't come.
You
You
don't
can't.
know who you're the
You
talk
can't
to.
come dead raise,
I'm
man.
not
You
gonna
can't dead raise.
king like others people.
When you come at the stable, you have to bring on the money. You can't dead raise. If you
No,
come,
I not go at the dice table.
all right.
I
All
not go
right.
at the dice table.
I message.
When I go,
Leonard,
it's not the dice table.
Well, all right.
I
Listen.
done, I give all the homework. Go to the archive and check 1990, 32 years ago. I did summer camp.
So you
Money out
feel
of
then?
my
You
pocket.
feel then? You feel? You
No.
feel?
Up
Well,
to
how
date-
come?
up to date.
What are the legacy of it? Not what happened.
All right.
I don't want to hear what you do. What are the legacy of what you
legacy
did?
of it, PG had an opportunity for the first time, had a national.
Had or has? Had or has?
The football, this high school and the primary school across the nation was opened up, and that was under Dame Melita Garden.
And what went wrong?
She was the head of education department.
What went wrong? What went
What
wrong?
went wrong? I have to come home.
You had to come back to America.
Yeah.
All right. You consider America home, not Belize.
See? Belize is, I am Belize anyway you name.
All right. But no, you say when you say I had to come home, where you got to home, you're gone.
The same thing, the embassy, when I do so much 5 times, 6 times, they got to Belize. The embassy pulled me in and asked me, Mr. Neal, what is your address? When I get the American address, he said, no, and I mean that. I said, oh, you mean where I stay?
So, all right. So to answer the question, you consider yourself America their home and Belize you come visit.
Belize is my birthright home. I live there. They are my birthright home. I'm over here, but I take care of my thing in Belize. Yes, come in.
Tell them it's home away from home. Belize.
We're about to sing happy birthday to Leona.
All right, you have to sing happy birthday. Hey, Leonard, go get happy birthday. We listen. We do it again another time, and we sit down. We never do it for your daughter's birthday because it's not fair.
No, you're all right. Wait a while. Let me make you say hi to them.
All right. But where the birthday?
Opportunity to wait.
Where the birthday?
Opportunity to see my. How
Where the
my
birthday
family
girl?
live.
Where the birthday girl?
King and King. Yeah, see.
Where the birthday girl there?
See? Yeah, Leona G. Michael, I know where you're there from Belize. Yeah. This is my family at G. Michael.
Nice house. I like the house. I bet you
This is
never
the
gonna nothing like
doctor.
that. I'm only, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, happy birthday.
No, she's not the
I know
birthday
you
girl.
want. I tell her I want to see the
pretty much
birthday.
early.
I don't mind see you, Nita. Hi, baby. What's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Darlene.
Darlene, nice to meet you.
Same here.
And who's behind you?
My accountant, Lisa.
Well, all right. I got someone who I want you to come for me. No lot.
Okay, bring me.
All right, good man. Where the birthday girl? I want to see the birthday girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You know me, enjoy my song, girl. You know me, enjoy my song. All right, there you go. All right.
And this is Mr. Pilgrim wife.
Hi, Mrs.
These are
Pilgrim.
my grandchildren.
Hi.
And
She's
the
pretty.
one down there is my great grand.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Tell you know what God do for me
Hey.
because I live it. See?
All right.
You
Hi.
see bloody face? You see on there? Up, no hell, you know, sir.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know why she's in a kind of quiet? You wonder if he's sick.
No, Mr. Pilgrim 9.
Hi, how are you? They got spotlight and a star. Polk County.
How are you?
Polk County. And you play football? You play soccer?
My son, yes.
Good. Is he good?
Yes, he is.
Senator Belize Maker represent Belize, man.
I will.
Yeah, all right. And see you when you come. Make sure
Yes,
to visit.
sir.
Have a nice day. Enjoy the party.
Yes,
See a
sir.
piece of cake for me, please.
Absolutely.
All right.
And this is Dale. This is my wife.
Hi, mother. How are you?
50 years.
You put up with it.
How are you? I'm good. I'm fine.
You put up with this man all in years. You strong,
Yeah.
girl. You're strong. But anyway, he argumentative, right?
Huh?
You not think he argumentative? You like argue and play and lacho?
Plenty of that.
Playing guy.
Yeah.
All right. All right, mother. Take care.
Anything else?
No, we're good. And I get you in how much.
This is Harvard.
And I get you in how much trouble. Harvard, we met Harvard walked in the room just now, right? Hey, Harvard.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
You say you never meet them?
Which pilgrim?
Only one pilgrim there believes.
No,
and
you
then
got,
one of them.
You got one where we used to make tap by Kong Chelby.
That's me.
Serious?
Yes.
All right, they land for swim, you know, right front of them. Yeah, exactly, right front of them.
Yes.
Me McFly, you know now, man, McFly, my cousin. All right, you shall come back and make some more, man.
Well, 50 years ago.
Now, dying out, boy, nobody do it now. I remember we used to buy for you one while the other boy then go down Simon Kwan and buy the shinily pretty one day.
Yeah.
And
Remembrance, my brother.
we still spank it with a sharp nail and thing. Chow, gamma can't, how you call it? Gamma, gamma can't gamma. Yes, man. All right, people. Yeah, man. All right, my brother. Take care, pilgrim.
So, all right, my brother. You get one full.
Yes,
full
man.
touch and swing on my family. This is my home right here.
Well on full house. Real big respect. Thank you very much for joining us today. Smokey Dan, where the brother there? Where you go for? I'm going to talk to you. Guy got 2 more minutes. Where got him? How things? You look familiar.
Good thing I remember. This is Aspen.
Yeah. I know this man. Yeah.
You say look familiar?
You look familiar. Look like a man who owe me some money. But I leave
you know what
about now with interest too. The lot you got for me.
You got
But you're all right.
boy. You got the wrong man.
Yeah, you're right. Always the wrong man. The wrong man when you have to pay back, but right man when you borrow. Yeah, man. But all right, yeah. Yeah, man. Well, we're about out of time. It was a lively show. Good, big respect every time.
What's coming up, Mr. G? We look forward to.
Why? Well, you know, for we here right now, we still work on for we set up. We look for the flea market.
You tell me. I got 2 things for you. For you.
Yeah, you always throw something. You always throw something at the kitty, so we're not worried about you.
Yeah,
we want them folks where they come in from America, bring a little extra school bag with a little something in it. We set up Lee style in the thing. We try do it. We try link with Buddy Brown and do it when Luciano they are tongue. And see if Luciano could take a little brief step in at the park. That's a big.
Big.
Because we want to get a lead back to school thing for the kids there, helps on their kids with the scholarship and thing, right?
Yeah.
So instead of go out and ask for money, we ask the people we got to clean out the closet, throw something in a lead bag or a lead box. Bring your I wish I know somebody American airline where I could make on get a lead free passage with that, but I don't know that's possible, no? But we keep to try and get things together, my boy.
Right, so the date, but the thing now when the thing that is there.
17th, he's 17th of September, so we got a lot of time for plan.
We got the time, We
really want to plan it and do it well, no?
Make the crowd know,
Yes,
man. We probably are more likely when the bill pan that as we go along, we go work with that.
Well, I want to see Smokey Dan come in with the group and make it do at least my concert.
He must have a finger today, but
oh man,
the Bubo
serious, I think up my hand. I tell you what about weed, boy. Get that imported thing. Get that Belize breeze.
For real, I have to go along.
Man, anyway, listen, gentlemen. A pleasure.
5 minutes, then come right back in. We're going to take a little break on it.
All right, respect.
And then we'll come right back in and then you take it out.
All right, cool.
I don't need no problem. Me cut off family, cut off friend, me cut off all of my enemy. Them no need no other problem. Like I said, it's a boy D Breezy, the young man, and I just want to encourage everybody to link up on my bro page called C Smoke. Every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. My bro will be live on Facebook and YouTube at C Smoke. Big up yourself, bro. Wanna link up?
Smokey at the controller. Yo, this is the boy Bling Bling Man, straight out of New York. I'm here to invite each and every Belizean massive to tune into the C Smoke Variety Show, one of the biggest shows coming up right about now. Starting New York time, 1:30 New York time, 3:30 Belize time. Tune in and get enough knowledge about our local artists from the Sweet Joel. Massive respect. Tune in to CY Show. That's on his Facebook and YouTube page. See ya.
You strapped and you're locked into the one and only C Smoke. And wherever you see smoke, there is fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and lava. Keep it up full and bright. This is CY and Smokey Dan at the control. Don't touch and don't move.
Welcome. I am G. Michael Reed, and it's time for the G. Mike Show.
All right, my G, you good there? You good there, my G?
It's a G Mike Show. Time for G Mike to go. Well gone.
All right, my G.
Mike. God.
What the man say?
Yo, you the pan. After we movements now, I know.
Just run with him, man. You know, free movements now, just run with him, brother.
All right.
Yeah, that's what you have to know.
All right. Boom,
run with it, Smokey. Run, choose, Smokey. Yeah, we are making the way to go down to the goal line, you dig? Yeah, that show was fantastic just now, though. Ah. Oh, I gotta call Jula. Where Jula? We gotta call Jula. See where Jula Yeah, Smoke. I'm going to check for my boy Diginos Lee in a hot minute. I see what go up on that side of town. We try to set up the shop on this side of town. You see? And then we gotta go check I gotta get in contact with Renee. Yeah, you link me just now. I get in contact with Renee. Set up that for the 21st. Yeah, that on level half correct. But then what we do? You look at me. Oh, the race gone on. Really race that we do out of Flowers Bank and thing on night. 1st of June. I hope Miss Barbara could come on and talk about the 1st of June 1889 or something. Tell me she got all the facts. No worry. Yeah, but whole thing I have a Flowers Bank for the Pocono boy and the Butler St. George's key and so 1st of June not to come up. So we look to set up a little thing and make them wife for the youth, the inner city youth and Belize could come in and G Michael and bring me up. Up to Floss Bank, you know. I got 2 cheat door ready for this so I could go and paddle about a thing. You think? Hold on, man, music, Smokey. Hold on, Smokey. Smokey.
Yeah, Big Dan.
Yeah, hold on, man. When I don't tell you then I jump back on some tune.
Oh,
give me a minute there. Yeah, all right. So yeah, the whole idea with the musical explosion thing that we just make sure we deal with entertainers, entrepreneurship. My sister Julia, the way for her right now. I call her when they get an e-break and take when Smokey take it over in an e-minute. And then the whole idea with this platform is feel like just showcase artists and beliefs and entertainer and entrepreneur, anybody deal with the thing where they try make it in anything. I kind of thing have not beliefs right now concerning like the cost of this and the cost of that of being an artist or being $200 a day or something. I don't know. I really don't get the full sense of the thing, so I don't like discuss things I don't know nothing about. So yeah. So I'm gonna chill on that topic there for right now. But as far as future thing coming up, but the Brown the liquor fan thing with Luciano. All in there said the company that you want to hear all about that. Know about that. Then what else? Yeah, me and Smoke they set up something like really heavy. So just listen for here, you know. We just balance it off and run with him, Smokey, run with him, Smokey. And when I come back and make the people know where they're going again.
You strapped and you locked into the one and only Sea Smoke. And wherever you see smoke, there is fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and lava. Keep it up full and bright. This is CY and Smokey Dan at the control. Don't touch and don't move.
Nigga, you ain't got no paper, nigga? You. Walk, nigga? Here, nigga.
Smoke. You have to control the man.
What? My nigga, I'm gonna give you $5. I got $10, my nigga. Don't fuck around like that, my nigga. If you ain't got no paper, you say, if you ain't got no money, no, man, I ain't got no money, my nigga. It ain't nothing like that. Hey, man, you say you ain't got no paper, I got $10, man, you $5. Marcus gave me $10. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck what that means, bro? I don't understand, bro. Nigga, no matter what the fuck I say, you my peoples, bro. It ain't about asking nobody for nothing. If I'm broke, I'm asking you, nigga. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. Come on, bro. Fuck that, nigga. You broke, nigga. You ain't gonna see me broke, nigga. Wicked.
Yeah. Telegram Studio 1. Smokey Dan 1.
Smokey Dan 1.
Nah, man. Anything serious, man. We play every swap. Let's go on.
Oh. Redeem. A joke, man. You level out directly.
Hey.
What?
Where they?
Where would they? Right there, where would they?
Alright, I just asked.
What? What?
You ready?
I know you're ready.
You ready?
For what?
Drink zone.
Why, look, you're joking me. Read him. Yeah.
See you again, but me can't wait. Fish stop be your friend.
I'll be yo.
Can they gonna wait? Me have fire again and me just can't wait. Fish see you again, but me
can't wait.
Fish stop be your friend. I'll be your boyfriend.
Call me for me phone.
I'm here to smoke here. Pull up the water. Fire that shit.
Got the pussy with the bag. Got the pussy with the bag. Pussy with the bag. Got the pussy with the bag. Oh, I couldn't wait for you again and me just
mix.
Fish see you again, but me can't wait. Fish stop be your friend. I want to be your friend. See you again and me just can't wait. Fish see you again, but me can't wait. Fish stop be your friend. I want to be your boyfriend.
He said the pussy boys do not make it. Like
in the room, leaving me honey. Sending me out of this friend zone. Call over and come back. Make it shine and glitter like gold.
Where the dog are in there?
Taste of the remote. We want to have a threesome with your clothes. Make sure we only private only. Use your technician as cologne. I couldn't wait for you again and again. Fish see you again, but make you wait. Fish stop be your friend. I want to be your boyfriend. Can you wait for you again and again? Fish see you again, but make you wait. Fish stop be your friend. I want to be your boyfriend. When you hurt, why
you got that place like dirt?
I'm with you and still the flirt. Baby girl, you have to know your words. Plus, sweet things in a star. Who said that I purchased
the hooks on the car?
Total power, motherfucker, just excuse me. Everything call me crazy. When you see the power, I love this piece. That it's the trending song.
So the other day he get knocked with Mitch. Can't even. You don't deserve to be cheated like. You're on luck.
By yourself, you watch Netflix. Like you don't know any good. Sexy and rich. But I'm over there, so me want pitch. You say it was they can't stand for Twitch. Come make me dig it like that. I'm not skin of a tear and watching. I see a woman in the norm in the norm. No, I see a woman in the norm in the norm. I'm not let me have it from it. Something that boy. I got handy. No, I see a woman in the norm in the norm.
No, I swear I will. Pull up that.
Ready now?
No, me a hold on. You know here.
I'm not skin of a tear and watching. Come on, ask me a who in the norm in the norm.
No, ask me a who.
But I'm going to let me carry it. Something that boy. It's like a hand. No, ask me a the norm in the norm.
No, ask me a who.
If but I didn't get a couple of them. Rifles and them chop them up the vegetables. But like I did every catch up and with the head something. Like the head and now head on head. Rifles that have to go like it is a head.
Well, what are you doing? Alright. Ask me, yo, you know, like yo, my nigga. Money and weed and bros and shit, that's different, bro. Alright? No, I'm just letting you know, bro. My nigga. I ain't gonna see you broke, I ain't gonna see you no weed. If you ain't got nothing, let me know. If I ain't got nothing, I'll let you know. I don't give a fuck. Regardless of whatever. I got everything, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, why you acting strange and shit? Nigga acting strange shit. Like, yo, fuck my nigga, I'm letting you know. It ain't that serious, bro.
And wherever you see smoke, there is fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and lava. Keep it up with it bright. This is CY and Smoky down at the control. Don't touch.
Smoky at the control.
Wicked. We play so we know that man can't play this and talk. And everything line. I said touch it to the club so you feed you and touch it. Pull that up there smoke that. Joke thing with that. Come with this. Come on.
We are kill everybody, we are power with Addy, and I fight when they wanna fight against Sully. We are kill everybody, we are power with Addy, and I fight patriots. They want to be the pan wanna see like a whole lady. Crying was not like water for a bad police like them.
Yeah. Sister Jules and Laggy directly know what's something. Yo, we get rough as the cup, know what's something. Yo, all artists have to know, say, yo, Smokey, hold it off again, Smokey. Hold it off again, Smokey. Hold it off again, Smokey. Smokey. You hold it off there, Smokey. Smokey. Yeah, listen. All the artists they. Oh, sorry, Jules. All the artists they with the no for sending the music, we are giving information and contact info for sending the thing. And to who for sending to most I send it to Smokey, calling Smokey and deal with it and put it in the mix. Same way. So if we got new music, anybody, you know, anybody we affiliated same way. You want to say respect onto Shana, onto Renee, you know what I mean? Because we send something with them, like I think by next week, man, that'll be our next interview, same way, cause like that to the sleep. For real. Because what's that for telling you? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's set up by then. Then I just wait for Sister Jules log in. When Sister Jules log in, we run up on it again. I make smoke. Run on 2, another 3, 4 rhythm. Same way as with the flow. Cause I nothing. You see it? Oh yeah, the Kingdom Apparel rhythm. I think it's supposed to jump in at the stores in a minute. So yeah. I think in 2 months, I don't get the exact date when it'll be released. So yeah. But the brown, oh boy, I have a car, but the brown right now too. I make it know. Yeah, all right, cool. I make it know. Say.
Stop. Dang.
Suddenly, it will provide you with every kind of drink, every kind of food. So let's prepare ourselves.
Jules,
Hey, everything to the Supreme.
Everything to the Supreme. But I don't know that what we mean. Everything to the Supreme, so I don't know that what we mean.
Yes,
Where you going?
I'll go, you know, brother.
Yeah.
And like the song say, 96 degrees.
Yeah, somebody will tell me hot day. Yeah, Michael G. Mike G say hot, I believe so.
Even in the shade at 96 degrees.
Yeah, the sun feel like it's on your neck back.
Why? I just sweat right now.
But it's 196 degrees in the shade.
Yes.
Yeah, 196 degrees in the shade.
It is very hot. But you know where the seat will bring, right?
What you bring, baby?
Yeah, bring a lot of rain directly.
Yeah, rain and do what, rejuvenate the whole thing?
No. Make sure no wash out on the drawers.
Yeah. Smokey, where the man is said Smokey? Smokey must be gone. So anyway, so the man the thing. We're going to think about the man talk about how if you sell a mango, how much?
Yeah, boy, the entertainers they're real up right now. Everybody real up right now, boy.
Everybody test their pulse, man. Everybody can't see you. I think they may mean $2. I think somebody makes something while mistaken so zeros. Cannot be so correct.
I think somebody make a copy of the same thing too, but here where they put the bottom prostitution.
Yeah, people crazy though. Sometimes you have to laugh, Melissa Sakayo.
Yes.
When I tell anybody that today, he said, "What's you doing?" I said, "Not $2, they be $2."
Yes, prostitution. So much for the PUSSY.
Where you go and smoke?
Just there, just reach back.
You just reach back? You always just reach back. Oh, yourself, you're safe. That's generally not the thing. Since you start doing that, happy you start doing come in. I happy 19 come in. I don't joke my wife for real.
Who are singing for it today? You got some musician lineup.
Musician lineup? You got one tune lineup. You got musician lineup for next week.
Okay.
Right now we got loan tune information. Cause a lot of things to get up, so we have to make sure all the information to get out.
Yes.
You know? Cause we got a Thursday show, for example, with the jokes.
The
jokes every Thursday, yeah.
Why?
You know
I don't drop asleep. I always forget about that one day. I don't.
Yeah, this just the start though. That one day just the start. No more. This just the start.
Okay.
Thursday right there. So Thursday
I think I missed it the last time.
No man, I'm just an introduction the last time. Introduction.
Okay.
Yeah. This time I the thing for you. Yeah. And then we had the musical explanation. I know you're going to say with me and you and everything. You're going to say so that we have to make everybody know where they're going with that. Same time as they go along.
Yeah.
And then you have the AG hour. She had the queen of the beer today, girl. It was nice, girl.
I really watch my part of it.
Girl, it was nice, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, me nice, me really, really nice, yeah. But before you go to Friday, I just want to say big up to Mali, to all my lead daughter, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? All my lead daughter, I want to say big up to my lead daughter, Kira, turned 15, you dig? And then Amber turned 18, you know what I mean? And Darlene in the middle, yeah,
Everybody go there.
Fiona, Erica, yeah. I'm the brother and my sister, then Leroy, Roland, Chucky, you know, Mel, Gloria. All my little niece and nephew, them about wrong all over the world, you know, all over the world, you know.
All
yeah,
over.
all my friends, you know what I mean? The dot from a pencil, that's so big my circle. So, and I got a lot of friends, I got a lot of associates, you know. I want to say respect before we go on to Arlette for doing such exceptional that today with the Queen of the Bay. She did good, man. And Mr. G. Michael and Leonard, 200 back of it out, you know what I mean? But they guys know what they're doing, you know. So, yeah, respect for that too. Keep everybody in mind that about we be showing like commercials, not commercials, but really just information concerning the Lupus organization, Miss Judah organization, you know.
Yeah.
Because I think Miss Elda needs, you know, gotta call her name and let her know thanks for everything she's doing for everybody around the place, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big thanks to Miss Elda too.
Yeah.
I want to pass away to Kaye.
Yeah, that's what I say, you know, just respect you.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That's all that is, you dig what I'm saying?
The Jude Belize Foundation.
Yeah. They got a nice commercial up on the thing.
Yeah,
but today I know wrong the time just about we for vibe out and make everybody know where they're going to be, man. And where we're heading from, how the show and the look and so. You dig?
Yep.
Where's Smokey? Smokey's supposed to play a 2 tune by now.
Smokey the smoke.
You see, I just come back. But we tell me last time. This boy,
I will make a Smokey. I just come back.
Yeah,
right.
Change. Yo, wicked tune. This is the life we live. Shock.
Hello. So how the Luciano show they go on? They come up.
You don't hear your baby what?
The Luciano.
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah, supposed to call. While we're there, I call the man right now too still. I call the man right now. Everything set up. My boy.
Because I want them at backstage.
No man, you save man, you know what Indigenous one come into so I say and tell buddy right now if you carry Indigenous, because Indigenous I can't tell a rope a scalper.
Yeah,
the my general lot, a scalper, they got some of the baddest things. What are we Smokey with the play just now? Smokey.
Yeah.
Run the rhythm against Smokey. That rhythm with that the my general lot.
I have said nothing but 2 raps.
Scalper. Rope continue.
Oh yeah.
That's what. That's what, right?
Don't correct.
Nobody knows, yeah. Nobody knows, yeah. Nobody knows, nobody knows, yeah. Are you ready? The one we repeat a base supplication, but find that man will have his days from casting up because they want revelation. No inspiration for the generation, no hesitation to elevation. Be that sacrifice, nobody knows, nobody knows, yeah. People now liberate, take for them unite, nobody knows, nobody knows, yeah. Poor people now live, them just barely a survive, but a big gunshot us a blaze in the night. The money now is the man a suffer, and the system a keep man down in the gutter, look how long we have been. And we have to smoke it and pull up the one that fire that represent, click on the problem. Maximum, big tune, big tune.
Let me just start to big up everybody in my family. Big up to my sister Gloria. Big up to my sister Emily. Big up to myself. Big up to my big brother. See Smoke. Big up to me. Other big brother Roland and another big brother Grandmaster. Big up to me brother CY. Big up to me brother Chuck. Big up all my uncle, all my auntie, all my cousin. And big up those who gone ahead away. The people passed away. Big up to each and every one of them. Those who celebrate their birthday today, tomorrow, yesterday. Happy birthday, blessed or strong, whichever way you celebrate too. Guidance.
From we finding no easy, but nobody know here what we need. Be that sacrifice, nobody knows, yeah. Nobody knows, yeah. People now liberate, take for them unite, nobody knows, yeah. Nobody knows, yeah.
Big tune.
People are the life you live.
I see where you are.
People are the strive you build. And this is big tune, big tune.
Yeah. Yeah, just link up with the big bad boy, bro. You say, yeah, bro, Ray, so we look good, that's the one. You see, you're judging at the thing, Julia, I don't want to know. Julia, when I say somebody said something for you, I tell you, go for just go for it, how they feel. Yeah, fight like that. For real,
Yeah.
don't write down at any times, yeah. I mean, I guess you get it. What's the... It's okay, they say, me Libra, that's okay, man. I love how more I
Yeah, get ready for it. God agree. I don't know if that's today gone or.
Yeah.
But I know if it got agree side.
Yeah, if you got agree side, yes. I got think, I got a Kandai thing right now, way. But a shark when they never make panadas out of, I'm gonna agree and get beat.
Now one day escape the shark.
No, never escape, man. They may bring them, but because of the spiritual aspect of the shark, they never want to make panadas out.
Oh, okay.
And they put up on a float and just make it, they light on fire. But I end up with the Even to protect my pearl, but I meet up with the pearl, so then I get up with the guard, so they carry me that stuff quick and make a thing out of the guard and put it on my neck. But when I come across tongue and fall in love with the wrong, then I look at please, this thing Ricky, they get something I know. All we left now at the beginning and the end, they like,
Yeah.
But you carry across tongue, you carry it at different level. Can you carry all at LA when they put out fire at LA? Because we work for our team when they put out fire at LA. But the ashes me as tall as me, that they don't say God or thing. You think I say, I say, look at please, that's a wicked moment. I don't joke. You see? But yo, that was interesting thing. You can't die. I couldn't write this story before. My general they called me, so I check it, my general. Hold on, give me a minute there.
Yes, I. Give me some alcohol.
General the ball, really forget no forget. Affected by certain things, innovation. Enough people representing. You want to read about my second sing on right now.
Oh, I like it.
Right now in the time.
Okay, good. All right, I'm in. That's good. People.
You stopped and you locked him to the one and only sea smoke. And wherever you see smoke, there is fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and lava.
Brimstone and fire.
Tea wine and smoke it down at the control. Don't touch and don't move.
Spotify. Yes.
Bees under fire right now. Breaking for your brother right now. Blind lead the blind across the system. Side of the time when it's white up. One more run that they talk and line. Then they try to stand one. They hide and breathe. They hide with their body. And what they see. On the claim moral fabric of justice. On the claim ecosystem. On the claim. I'll get the smoke it and pull up the word.
Thank you, Bargain. Tomorrow, Sunday.
Gangster with gangster. I will have the fire that represents the smoke it and ready now.
General, really forget no forget. I bet you what they innovation. You want to leave about
all right, because it can run up on two, watch out. Kingdom Apparel 501 edition.
Red, white, and blue, boy.
That's so cool. That's a magic day right away. This one is a magic day right away, Julia.
How do you see it?
Yeah, that one is a magic day right away. Because we don't put it like that.
Yeah.
I still might do the only white, the only black, and the only red, and the only blue too. But I
Yeah.
still want the 501 too. Red, white, and blue too.
You don't see the black. You don't see the black away in the background then.
Yeah, dig it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The black represent we.
Yeah,
it could be red, white, and blue, but we the back the black.
Exactly.
The blackness represent
higher heights.
Like
yeah. G Michael said, make I adjust the camera circle, see my shirt. When you come out, if you really see smoke shirt, I say, what? Pressure. I know. I'm getting if you only 5.01 though. Then I'm getting sea smoke explosion. Kind of different sea smoke. A lot of it. My boy should have done the believe about make I say. I think by next week, tomorrow, if I call tomorrow, everything level off, leave it. Then the thing I start jump the believe the one day. I was surprised with how your shirt I look. I was frightened you. But I
will ask Gloria if she is still come in. I think she may take a little trip in May than New York before. So if you take a little trip, you could send her shirt with me, and because she should be traveling this side soon too.
Yeah. Exactly. I want to line it up. Either way, you have to happen. Because then Smokey, low on the call more people for his shirt, girl. Man, low on bottom, girl. I don't know where I do the girl. For real, girl. I tell you. My brother too really about stop joking me here. Brother too really about stop joking me here.
This all you have on your shirt? Smoking that need to have on your shirt.
I understand, but I just tell you those cool are car. What's it?
You have to via to where they Florida. I'm gonna send that thing that side.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that thing that side. I think that's true. Run out to with him, General. Run out to with him.
Baby is on the fire right now.
I think the DJ at Henderson Bank, they have an old school today, if I'm not mistaken, my brother. Tonight.
Big up Jules. Yeah, smoke. Alright, show. You don't know what time it is, you know what I mean? The foundation.
Don't say it.
Maximum, yes. Big tune.
Pelican. La ruta Maya, Don Gone. One, two, three. Ruta Maya team. Between 5 before you know it, I get that punch.
Big tune.
I hear that song.
What?
I like it, that song.
You like that song?
Yeah.
That song the wicked. That song me run for Quebec FM for the whole of last week that you had there. Behind that commercial there. For the canoe thing. We make a show of 2 canoe thing. Hey, a lot of things we do, you know. You think we make money underneath there, you know. For real. While in the burr, I they don't do what they do. Wrong there, you think that joke no? But we make the foundation out of cement. I don't joke. You think what I'm saying? Put the foot to the fire, kind of like that. Hard work and dedication and think, compassion is that you like. Don't worry. I tell you, I send them to the side of Belize, I make them put it up, but you are my liaison for Belize. Just keep the numbers right, tell you want so much, I make them sign the receipt and thing. And we don't need the joke thing at all. We don't need it at all. For real. Can you believe it? Young lady bad, young lady do all kind of mural and all kind of thing too, you know. But then G. Michael said he got for you one paint that, so I don't know.
Yeah, he paint that one.
I never seen that rock our hard place. See that the big job? Anytime the thing set up that the big John to deal with, that the big bring out and dance that team, make that thing. I bring 2 smoke here, I touch the thing, I got 2 plates, yo. Bye. I love to stay focused on the game, man. Because everything I just open up before you. G. Michael tell me that. See why no worry. Once they do the burr, then that one happen. You dig? So all the followers, I want respect them all the time. I'm telling you, much respect for just to deal with it to the Golan. Because with the land to the Golan. Respect to me take G Mike, to me take Smokey D, to my little sister Julia, yeah. Because as I say, we hang in there. You do the thing. You say John Toole, John Toole will be on the show in a few minutes with G Mike again. Hopefully by next week, yeah. You talk about cricket and things. You don't want interference in certain things, the man fuse themselves with certain things. Because you have to cross culture the thing. Because if you do football over here and you do cricket over there, then you have to bring cricket from over there to over there. Then you bring football from over there to they don't tell me about this over the go. I mean, you know about you do such things that like the people can't play football, they know they eat. You have to eat, they pick, you have to eat first. That's the first major thing you have to take care of. Make them all eat sandwich, something in their belly. Then training our thing. Now one thing in me, I don't bite my tongue. I got no time for anybody. Saying listen to anybody musical thing. Say the music way. Make sure the DJ, they can't DJ, they play the thing. Yo, DJ don't play a tune until they hear the area they play for the moon. So yo, get the thing ready, brother. Chris out the thing. Don't anybody charge no $1 million to hear the tune we play for real, I believe. Yeah, I signed it out that out. We don't know where to go and shine yet, but we are finding out directly. This thing they get better and better to the color. Respect to the man John Tool, because the man say, yo, you know what, politics is also talk about Ray. Okay. Sports. This is about the kids. That's why I love my sister, because she paint up their face. I never know, and then when they come, they spill all the paint for the computer. Then G-Mike say, you know, oh, you know, look like, you know what, pay back for that computer. Then I say, yeah, they think that's funny, though. A lot of people don't want to have fun. A lot of people don't want to have fun in their life. They waste of time. Things don't turn out already.
Why they had fun. They basically.
Yeah, girl, that's true, girl. I'm proud of you, man.
Some of them couldn't even wait for it, do they? They end up picking up their own self.
I'm proud of you, man. But everybody will come to, you know, Clinton put the light burn past through. Everybody pass through with the system pass through, you know. So yeah, respect everybody will pass through, and you know. It was great. It was great. Respect, like I said, Miss Elda, you know. Because she had a lot to do with that as far as tamales and things is concerned. So
I'm going to do there's a healing next month with sticks.
Yeah.
They have there's a healing there. Yeah, start back right back Pajal Street where it's I think original, Yeah, I mean they're from the beginning and I'm still there.
Yeah, man, not gonna be man, you're calling, you know. Man,
even though some of them I miss because sometimes when they got some of them I don't have what you think they happen.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
That's true, that's true, yeah.
I kind of miss a couple of days, but I always make you know that, I still got you there in my mind.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that, man.
Yeah, so he may ask me if he call for the Easter, but I don't have my leave vacation plan, so I couldn't go do the kids there. But I will try to make it this day as a healing, I think number 75, 76 or something like that. So I will try my best to be out there for there this next month.
This one, yeah. You'll try your best to be out there for this one, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know where I do this.
I usually be a Saturday too, so I would just do live and then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yep. No, so each. So that's how we are work it out. I try and. Well.
Jules.
Where the DJ there?
DJ there. Wait, I'll bring her right now. Because you're there. No, they said the entire good for you though, Jules, right?
Yes, man.
Yeah, the entire cool for you, yeah.
Yeah, this is my quiet time.
Yeah. That's you not there on your time good for you.
Yep.
Now do it. Remember Thursday when they start the thing, the community thing?
Yeah, I don't write it down.
Yeah, remember Thursday, yeah. You know? And they talk load fool.
I don't write it down.
Oh, big up to Jack Child, man. Bala get in touch with me, so now you can go deal with Bala too, because Bala cool, man. Bala do a lot. People don't talk about people.
The comedian thing, you have individual comedian or people just...
I want to start it off.
All right.
Yeah. I want to start it off, cause and then I think Jerry D like tell jokes too. And then maybe Steve Perry could come in, cause he said Steve Perry like tell jokes too. But I got a lot of things. So
pull it.
Yeah, I got a lot of things. For that. I tell him, but my thing they kind of serious. That's why I don't know. Cause I tell him, like Talibou used to tease my pa, right?
Yeah.
So after laugh, he tease him back. So I tell him one day when him in the rain, two that can fly, one hummingbird, and one needle case, hide under his lip. The man want fight. I don't want to tease my pa no more. Don't tease my pa no more, brother. Don't go disrespect my pa, can't fight something with it. Now believe man, I fight something with you. As far as nickname, sometimes cross the lane, but I don't know, like If you don't like your nickname, then you stick to your mouth. So better hurry up, like up your nickname.
You go say it again.
Yeah. My boy Kevin, they can't you know thing. You gotta say no thing that so that's for your name. And then some man get named due to the craft, you know, like picante. Well, I don't know what that means. Yeah, could read between the lines and they one day.
Yeah.
But then about general man. They want to alone what they talk about. They got to talk about party, but they have to wait for your story. I got the Kinel trilogy for telling too, cause you know about the Kinel trilogy, the time when they got the Kinel. Some of the story I never really, it never happened, you know, but it was just like fabrication. But they so, girl, I got story about Roland for telling too, when you don't know about it, you know. Yeah, Chucky too. The time when we got a photo joking, you drug the star.
The time when we got a photo, my mama make Roland run down naked.
Girl, then I'm follow them a real bazaar, girl. Girl, let me tell him. Man, the joke out when you jump the paint up and you jump, you go get like a 7.5, 10 and 9. If you do a papalika for the thing, you get a 10, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So man does compete for jump off for the wharf, right?
Yeah.
So so Jimbo, they tell Jimbo not jump there cause some post there, Jimbo not jump there, Jimbo not jump, Jimbo. Jimbo say man out of our old time, boo. Yeah, the man jump, the man got like a playing. Yeah. And when they come back up, it just scratch up. I have some post, I think. They say Jimbo, I tell you something when he get the hole in the chest thing, and like when they move a hand for half of his chest white.
Yeah.
After that, they start bleed. He ball, and run. Girl, photo me phone for me.
Everybody used to hide under the bridge when they murder Paddy Paul. Now when you not come out, your papa pick up your clothes and carry it home. So me had to walk down with a piece of cardboard back of you and front of you.
Oh, I don't know joke. I got a thing when anybody remember me by when they remember when, but I have to build it, me and Smokey down and build it. Let's Smokey down again. Smokey Lou go and come back too. Smokey down.
Somebody may come in the studio and it.
Oh, for real, I must say aunt, man. Aunt like bad aunt too much. But I don't worry about him. You don't play a two with him, just tell me for the hair with him, and I'll play a two with him then. Because you know how we get down.
Yeah, man.
Did you hear this one now?
Yeah.
All right.
Nowadays highly inclined. instead of the day in faith right. We for Father to the touch it, we again full time. Proper, let me get we in a line. Seek and he shall find. I must let the road so it lots of signs. Hard is all behind. That's why I think they're gonna mark it too time. And I'm on trip on me right. The teacher us to use the way the system designed. You and I man not king in the land of the blind. So don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So try to kill the message up, cause the message is sublime. You can't have no clue who the bell chime. You can't proceed if you don't get no sign. Friend of my enemy is not a friend of mine. Is not a friend of mine. Make your bed out and kneel half in the sleep on it. Other people will be crazy and better stop deep on it. Only your friends will know about your secret. Now, don't reveal it. Make your bed out and kneel half in the sleep on it. Other people business will better stop. Only your friends will know about your secret. If I am me, you I would have keep it. Try not to take it for joke. Time longer than rope and flow. Pretty puppy will eventually choke. Can't think my glory make your boat so slow. Cannot feel it, can never ever try. Speaking of the sky, it won't fall on your eye. Feel me, you can't cry. Never miss your water bill. Speaking of the sky, it won't fall on your eye.
What mercy, what mercy. Now giving us some way of people, but I can't give the things that are thirsty. This thing need to come all the way from under the bridge and jungles. Bringing my teacher and talk about the Mayan temple. Them six people are oriented and respectful. When my ears take their glasses move and stop, it seems to me like for a look from Lucas to Miami. Daddy standing in shoes when we model. My home for hard your waist settle. We make junkie master big snap. And if your hair's not we don't come to the dancing seat. We come to hear him boy.
In my pocket.
It's cool, start to act simple. Where everybody, boy, you are on around turn, take around.
Why they agree?
This thing need to come all the way from the breeze and jungle. Bringing my teachers from the mouth of the Mayan temple. Them 65, going with them and respect. When my ears take the glasses move and stop, it seems to me like Daddy standing with you when we model.
Taga. Massive kung fu argument. We make junkie master drink snapple.
It's cool, start to ask him, bro. Where the money, boy, you are. Take a round turn, take a round. Face to face, break the guy back up. Well, see how they fool the children. They cookie brings against strong. We not feeling him up off the devil. We feel on each world. How do things go to? Tiger. Daddy standing in you when we want to. And if your hair's not pop on the crackle, and I write fish, will I rain? Watch out.
Baling. Baling.
Baling, baling. Stop here for a while, on the way I'm back again. Introduce the new style, they can't get it bring. I am a musical zen, violating the stars again. Stop here for a while, on the way I'm back again. Introduce the new style, they can't get it bring. I am a musical zen, violating the stars again. Bing, bing, I'm on your 50 or 10, bing. Big bully, I'm feeling pain. Rooster or Henry, one young.
Creme de la creme.
I'm on your 50 or 10, bing.
Big bully up in.
Rooster or Henry, one young. Creme de la creme. Let me see how far you're back, baby. You don't know how. Get less if I rain, turn your body round. Like a smoothie on the flame. Nice train. Style in a barrel, style in a lane. For sure, we don't make no friend. From in the deep far away, back when we the elders. And the children can't do the thing, they don't listen to like stars. Back it up. In a the garage, to make them know which was living last. All a salute like the Sarge. This up there for a while, but now I am back again. Introduce to the new style, they call it in vain. I am a musical zen, violating the stars again. This up here for a while, but now I am back again. Introduce to the new style, they call it in vain. I am a musical zen, violating the stars again. Big bully in a family pain. Rooster or Henry, one young. Creme de la family pain. No matter the 50 or 10 pain. Big bully in a family pain. Rooster or Henry, one young. Creme de la pain. Like when you seek it, never gonna do one thing or fake it. Entire young. Authentic, monolithic, 9 months to make it. Like a living, gotta keep it for the weekend. Take a pass to the cause in Turkey. Their style can't buy a new market. All of the style link makes her pass it. Watch when they blaze it. I'm gonna jumble like we don't blaze it. Tell the DJ, rewind it. And work it. Stop here for a while, but when I'm back again, introduce to the new style, they call it bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. This up here for a while, but now I am back again. Just to lose, and call me living. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Living, no matter 50 or 10, big bully in a family pain. Drink to the family pain, no matter the 50 or 10, big bully in a family pain. Rooster Henry, one young. Creme de la creme. All the little yard.
Bing bang.
What happened?
Talk to them.
Yeah, you're good. You're so good over there.
We got Cypher down in the building.
Yeah, boom, fire, let them in.
The building.
Yeah, let them in.
Oh, what's that, the 5.0?
We good, yeah, we are the 5.0 now. We good. Oh, wait, let me see. Yeah. All right, let me shut it down. Yeah, I got you.
Cypher, man. Gotta move. Is that a hot like that? Or somewhere in Florida? That's not right. It all depends. Where that road comes.
Smoke.
Yo.
Yo, yeah. We good, right?
Well, you ready now?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Julia take us out now.
Hold on. Sister Jules.
Sister Jules, yeah. Bring that Sister Jules thing for me.
Boy, I don't reset the whole thing again.
Real?
So, when I bring it back, I bring it here and you put the cat, you pull the cat out of the hat.
Why? Watch out.
Jules, I got you next time when I get it in. When I bring it back, I bring it back with the bedroom where I do it with. You understand me? Remember the first time you do it?
Yeah.
Bedroom. So yeah, be more proper now.
Yeah.
Understand me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries, man. We're good, man. Man of respect. Julia, take
Yes,
us out,
guys.
Julia. Take us out, Julia.
Yes. Me want to say a big thank you to all those out there in TV land, radio land, on the net, YouTube, wherever you know they watch the show. We just want to know, just hang in there with we. We are hitting hard with everything. We want to see the latest song, the latest everything. Only thing I want to say, I want to remember that COVID still there out there, and we have to take care of ourselves. Nobody will do it for we. Remember the social distance, wash your hand, and always follow the path that our ancestors set forth for you, because they put that there, and that we for listen, that we for say, and that we for notice everything where they show we are follow the footsteps of their people, because if they never say of their people, well, a lot of things no may happen, and I believe in that. So when my ancestors speak to me, I listen. So everybody, listen. Big up to all my family members there, so big I can't name all, so everybody, and even those that are ill and heavy laden, heavy burden, just give it to the whatever one call as Jehovah God, Yahweh, Jah, Selassie, I just give it to them, and everything will be what it is supposed to be. Let family love continue. Make we stop the animosity. Mothers, take care of no legal there out there. Mothers, take care of no legal boy there out there. We have to take care of the little ones there, because they are the future. And the ones they know where they protect, the ones they know because they realize that they're parents. Imagine where we really feel now, because the sake of make for we one they suffer no what protect for no one. So no they say where parents like we for we generation they feel no, because now that that parent what protect for no one. But have to remember that when they may interrupt others. So big up to all of them when we want to change their life and thing, but have to remember make others miserable too, but no what the comfort of this thing. And big up to all of you out there. Peace and love. Make the love continue. Drop the violence. Drop the guns. Pick up the drums. Sing a song. Chant a psalm. Heal your brother. Help your sister. Something. Make the world be a peaceful place to live in. Make all of this craziness just stop. Man, stop beat up the woman. Woman, stop make the man they beat up, and vice versa. Ladies, all the one where they get abused out there by their stepfather, their uncle, the whatever. Speak out. No care if they say where they are do to speak out, because that's the only way we are know where they happen to as a child. Speak out. Don't let them put their hand over on the mouth, because it not happen like that. So please make all this craziness that is happening now in this world, please make it stop. Big up to each and everyone. Love you.
Big tune.
Yes, I'm my brother.
Yes, my sister.